amazing to have.
What do you guys kind of look back at here as you get ready for, it's a pretty busy stretch here with 3 games in 3 days?
Got to figure out how to play without fouling, especially if we get into some foul trouble early. We got to be able to keep ourselves available in terms of having some scorers and just, having our continuity with our first group out there and being able to play, depending on how the refs are going to call the game, whether it's going to be a little more touchy or not, and adjust from that point of view. And then also a little bit more conditioning, and we should be better, moving forward with that. But whenever we do get tired, how are we going to respond? Are we able to kind of take away those mental mistakes and those errors that we're making in terms of turnovers mainly out of the game whenever we're tired and continue to push through and battle, or are we going to continue to make those mistakes and keep shooting ourselves in the foot in terms of having a lot of turnovers and kind of those setbacks in terms of scoring droughts and turnovers leading to fast break and then points on the other end. So I think those are the 2 main things moving forward. But just also another opportunity to go out there and continue to grow. Not a whole lot of continuity in terms of a new group every year, so you got to figure that one out and how to play with each other. And you really only get the practice time and a little bit of the summer to kind of get to know those that haven't played together yet. So, I think offensively we should be looking a little better if we just slow down and kind of take our time with some patience in terms of, not having to put the ball down on the ground right away or having to get the ball out of our hands quick, slow down the offense, move the ball side to side so that way we can get some more open looks and then continue to be aggressive. I think if we have open shots, you need to step in and take them with confidence. And if not, how can you get into the lane and go create for others, or if not for yourself and maybe get to the free throw line a little bit more.
It's Coach Justin Froh pregame. Scott City takes on the Tonganoxie Chieftains, a 4A team from I would say almost Kansas City metro areas tonight, but a team that's 1-0. They had a huge win over Lewisburg to open up the season, but the team that has a couple of pretty good starters coming back from their team from a year ago that's won 10 games.
Yeah, I think they'll be pretty tough in terms of, we're going to get another good matchup. They have some height and a little bit of length, and, they have some guards that aren't afraid to shoot it. They do a good job of getting downhill and finding an open person. They like to pressure a little bit and get up and see how you're going to respond to that pressure, or, depending on how the game's being called, it could rattle you a little bit, and then they're not afraid to shoot it when they're open. So if they're going to be open, even just a little sliver of daylight, they'll put it up, and they'll get shots up pretty quick. So it'll be another good test for us to kind of see where we're at, and hopefully we can figure out how to battle through these mental errors and mistakes that we had in the first game and come out on top.
Should be a good one here to kick things off. It's a tournament version this year of the Round Ball Classic as Scott City coach Justin Froh joins me here pregame. Coach, appreciate the time and good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Lady Beaver coach Justin Froh. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup. Also bring you starters, keys to the game, and the tip-off. After this timeout, this is Scott City Beaver basketball.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center,
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation? Come see us at Elevate You. Elevate You is a hometown medical spa that offers a relaxing environment. We offer aesthetics such as Botox and are your comprehensive source for lab draws, injectable and IV therapies, weight loss consultation, and hormone treatment for men and women. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate You. Located at 105 West 11th Street in Scott City. Text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateyoumedspa.com.
BBN is brought to you by Ag Management Services, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, First National Bank, HRC Feed Yards, JNR, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, Red Barn Enterprises.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
With private baths and accessible showers, a shared kitchen, dining area, quiet room, reading room, living room, and it even has a salon and outdoor patio. When it's time to make a decision on a simpler life, make the Cottages Senior Care Living in Garden City your new home, where they improve lives and exceed expectations. 2002 Labrador Boulevard in Garden City.
Looking for a bank that puts you first? Welcome to Western State Bank, where customer service is a top priority. At Western, we know the value of face-to-face interactions, and we are committed to making each visit better than the last. Enjoy a small bank style of business with the convenience of big bank technology. Western State Bank has been locally owned and family managed for over 50 years, and we're here to stay. No surprises, no sudden changes, just reliable, consistent service. Switch today and experience exceptional service. Western State Bank, banking with a personal touch. Member FDIC.
All right, we welcome you back here inside the Scott Community Event Center. Adam Gravy with you here on Mix 94.5, WesternKansasNews.com, also on the Beaver Broadcasting Network tonight here from the Scott Community Event Center. Opening night of the Round Ball Classic between Scott City and Tonganoxie. And you take a look at the other games in the bracket tonight. The winner, or these two teams, will play either Garden City or Lawrence Free State. They're set to tip off there in the Garden in Garden City at 6 o'clock for the girls and the boys to follow. The winner of this game will play at 6:30 tomorrow night. The loser will play at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon, all in Garden City High School. Then on Saturday, if you make the championship on the girls' side, you'll be playing at 2 o'clock in the high school. Third place game is at 11 a.m. Fifth place game will be at the college at 2. The seventh place girls game will be 11 a.m. at the college as well on Saturday. The other teams in this tournament this year, we mentioned Garden City, Lawrence Free State, and Scott City, Tonganoxie, Lakin. After a few years, they were in the top side tip-off in Goodland. They're now in the Round Ball Classic here, as they're going to be facing the Ottawa Cyclones. Ottawa used to make the trip to Goodland a few years back and did not over the last few years, so they're back out here. And they're actually in the same league, the Frontier League, as Tonganoxie. They're playing at Lakin High School girls and boys tonight there. Hugoton and Coronado, the Coronado Cougars heading down into Hugoton. Hugoton, of course, their first year into the Round Ball Classic as well. Those girls' games at 6 and boys' games at 7:30. That's the bottom half of the bracket. These two teams will not see anybody from that half of the bracket until Saturday. So you have two Great West Activity Conference schools with Scott City and Hugoton, two Frontier League teams from Eastern Kansas, and Ottawa, and also Lawrence Free State. The WAC represented by Garden City, the High Plains League represented by Lakin, and Lawrence Free State, I believe that's the, I want to say Sunflower League. Don't quote me. There's so many different things, or different leagues there in Eastern Kansas. Some bigger schools there in 6A. The Free State Firebirds making the trip out here tonight. Let's get to look at this matchup a little bit here between the two teams here on the girls' side, between Scott City and Tonganoxie. As I mentioned, first ever meeting between the programs. And for Tonganoxie, they are coached by Austin Eckert in his second season. He was over at a nearby Lansing previous few years and comes over to Tonganoxie. And Eckert
interestingly enough, he's an Atchison County Tiger alum in class of 2012. He was their leading scorer, and if they would have beat Minneapolis in the state semifinals, Atchison County and Scott City would have likely played each other in the championship. In 2011, Atchison County Tigers were undefeated that year, and he had a pretty good career there, leading scorer for a couple of years there at Atchison County. I believe played in Atchison, Benedictine, and then he's been there at Tonganoxie for 2 straight years. Their leading scorers, Alyssa Shawnick, a 5'3" senior, and Addie Schooler, a 6'1" junior. Shawnick is a 4-year starter. Schooler's a 2-year starter for Tonganoxie. They had 13 and 14 points respectively, but Shawnick had 6 rebounds and 7 assists as well against Lewisburg last Friday night. Schooler 14 points and 6 rebounds. A team that had 29 rebounds, 10 assists, 21 steals, and only 9 turnovers against Lewisburg team. So Tonganoxie, very much an improving team in eastern Kansas. They were 3-17 and 2-17 in previous years. Their loss in the opening round at Sub-State in the semifinals was against Labette County in the Sub-State semifinals. And this will be a good matchup tonight for Scott City to get things going. On the other side, the Lady Beavers had a lot of momentum for most of the first half. Started out 11-0, but foul trouble kind of caught up with them, and the ability to rebound in the second half as well. Peyton Gentry had 10 points. Piper Fox had 14 points as well, and 5 rebounds for Scott City in that loss to the Hoisington Lady Cardinals on Friday night. So Scott City's going to have to kind of go back and continue some of the positive momentum that they had in the game and clean some things up as well from last Friday night. Try to get a big win here against a pretty good Tonganoxie team coming to town here tonight. So, and then Chris Irvin had 7 points as well. Scott City did have 24 turnovers in that ball game and 10 steals. We will take a 90-second break, come back with your starters, the keys of the game, and the opening tip-off. This is Beaver basketball. Starting lineups tonight are presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leotos. We start with the Tonganoxie Lady Chieftains, and 1-0 on the year, 1-0 in the Frontier League, coached by Austin Ecker in his second season. Alyssa Shawnick, a 5'3" senior, 13 points, 7 assists per game. Kalia Baldock, a 5'7" senior, 3 points in her board. Also Ashlyn Brune, a 5'8" sophomore, 2 points and 2 assists per game. Get that changed tonight here. We got Addie Schooler, a 6'1" junior. The starting lineups there for the Tonganoxie Lady Chieftains there. And for the Scott City Lady Beavers, coached by Justin Froh in his second season. So both coaches in their second year at their respective programs. Peyton Gentry, the 5'9 junior, had 10 points and a couple boards on Friday night last week. Piper Fox, she is a 6' senior at 14 points and 5 rebounds. Valeria Castillo, a 5'5 senior, 2 points, and she had 7 rebounds, a career high for her there in her first ever start. Chris Irvin is a 5'6 senior, 7 points and 3 assists. Kaylee Felker, a 5'6 senior, did not score. She did have a couple of assists on Friday night. So it's Peyton Gentry, Piper Fox, Valeria Castillo, Chris Irvin, and Kaylee Felker for Scott City. Those are your starting lineups, once again presented by Security State Bank. A note of interest here, Alyssa Shawnick, she is going to be playing basketball at Tabor College in Hillsboro. Well, Piper Fox recently has verbally announced she is committed to Tabor College for basketball. So 2 future Tabor Blue Jays here on the court tonight, and maybe they will be enemies for 32 minutes afterwards. They'll be future teammates together and can catch up with each other. So once again, that's a little interesting note here coming into tonight. Keys to the game tonight are presented here by State Farm agent Michael Trout, where you go with the proven winner when it comes to insurance. They score big with their policy holders. Keys tonight here for Scott City. And keys tonight for Scott City Lady Beavers. I think the big key is they've got to be aggressive and take it to the rack. Second key for Scott City, keep Shawnick and Schuyler in front of you. Schuyler's not afraid to pop the three. Those are your keys to the game as the Lady Beavers wear the home white uniforms tonight. Navy blue numbers and letters and lighter blue numbers. Tonganoxie in the road black unis. And they have the red numbers and letters in gold trim. Tonganoxie wins the tap, and this game is underway. Shawnick will lead things off here. Gentry has the assignment, and into Ashlyn Rooney. Now left side, here goes. Here and around the weave. Underneath, here's layup for Schuyler. A little strong on that, and it's Chris Irvin on the backside for the board. Scott City's first possession of the night here. No score. We've played 21 seconds here. Up top of the right is going to be Chris Irvin looking for a cutter. Nice feed to Kaylee Felker. Trying to get it to him just a little high. And that's turnover number 1. Officials Jesse Colson, Adam Albers, and Eric Dicing are here tonight. Here in Scott City. Second trip down the floor here for Tonganoxie Lady Chieftains. Here's Brennan with it. Now off the screen, left side. Working way around. Back up top. I believe that was Herrera wearing number 10. Driving in. Here's a scoop shot right side for Shawnick. And Tonganoxie leads early on 2-0. 7:11 to go first quarter. Tonganoxie 1 out of 2 from the field here early on. Scott City yet to attempt a shot. They have 1 turnover. Kaylee Felker with it out high left, guarded here. Tightly now up top. Castillo left corner. Here's a catch and shoot 3. Short for Peyton Gentry. Shawnick grabs the rebound, then flips it out right and throws it away. And that's going to be turnover number 1 on Tonganoxie. 2-0 Lady Chieftains. Scott City's ball on their side of the court. 6:53 to work here in the opening period. Lady Beavers were just 2 of 8 from behind the arc. Piper Fox drives in. Her reverse layup, and we're tied at 2. And a nice move going from left to right. 2-2. Here's 6:45 to go in the opening stance. As the Lady Beavers cash in on the turnover. Both teams have scored on opponents' turnovers. Driving in. Here's a scoop shot. Tough one. No. And out high, it's Valeria Castillo who tracks it down for Scott City, looking for their first lead. We've played a little over 90 seconds. Gentry in the front court with the dribble. Goes by Herrera, and then right side to Kaylee Felker. Felker up top. Both teams kind of in a man here early on. Nice give and go to Irvin. Layup just a little strong from Fox. And the rebound to Schuyler, and a whistle and a reach-in foul on the Lady Beavers. That'll be on Kaylee Felker, her first. Ball game's first foul here with 6:09 in the opening period, deadlocked at 2. Tonganoxie basketball, Lady Beavers will pick him up just before half court. Gentry still has that assignment there. Shawnee goes by a couple Lady Beavers and takes it strong to the rack, and she has all 4 of Tonganoxie's points. 4-2 Lady Chieftain lead, 5:55 here in the opening period. Here's Peyton Gentry, crosses over dribble, goes right with the pass to Valeria Castillo. She is guarded by the 6'1 Addie Schuyler up top. Now to Gentry. Lob into Fox, catches it through some contact, trying to get it to Felker. Looked like it might have been kicked and then ripped away. Turnover number 2 on Scott City. Down the floor is thrown away, and then a moment probably getting away with a push with Schuyler, but saved it into Tonganoxie, scored it and won, and it's 6-2 Tonganoxie. 30 to go first quarter. Shawnick gets the basket and one. And Felker with both fouls for Scott City. Kind of a frustrating one. A lot of contact there, but did not call it. So we're going to get an early sub here for the Lady Beavers. It'll be Lily Leitner coming off the bench, the 5'10 junior for Kaylee Felker. Shawnick went 4 of 6 at the line in her first game. Tonganoxie 8 of 15. They had a 47-14 blowout win over league rival Lewisburg last Friday night. The free throw was good, and it's a 5-0 run, and Shawnick has all 7 of Tonganoxie's points. They apply a 2-2-1 3/4 court press on Scott City. With it is Gentry. She'll take it around the right sideline in the front court. Late pass thrown away, turnover number 3. Back-to-back Scott City turnovers. Tonganoxie up 5, 5:15 to go first quarter. Ball looked like it was kicked, but no call there. Now Shawnick turns down the 3. Drives in, floater in the paint. She has all 9 of Tonganoxie's points. 9-2 your score. We've played 3 minutes here. Gentry with it. Castillo now in the front, almost in the front court. Pass to left to Irvin, who can't track it down, and Scott City with another turnover. That's their 4th. They have 3 consecutive turnovers here. 7-0 run by Tonganoxie. They lead at 9-2. 4:55 to go here in the first period. Student section, it's pajama night for them. Now with it up top, and work it over right side, entry feed, and that's going to be a whistle away from the ball and a moving screen. They're going to get that on Shawnick. That'll be her first, and that'll be Tonganoxie's first foul and their second turnover. 4:45 to go in the opening period. Gentry to entry feed it in, does so to Castile. One dribble, and then finds Lily Lightning in the middle. Outlets it left to Chris Irvin. Good job by Scott City breaking the pass. Now to Castile. Layup on the right side, just strong. Scott City's 1 out of their first 4 from the field, and rebound into Schooler, who has their second board. 9-2 for Tonganoxie. 4:25 to work in the opening period. Shawnick gets a screen. She has all 9 of their points. And that one off to the right on her 3. And the rebound goes to Scott City out high. With it is Gentry into the front court. 4:15 to work. First period. Scott City with 4 turnovers, 1 of 4 from the field. Tonganoxie 4 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 1 from the line. Pull-up jumper for Peyton Gentry, just a little too strong on the left side. Rebound Irvin underneath, grabs the board for her second board of the game. And now they'll skip it over left side. Here's Gentry out high. 3:50 to go. Irvin drives the right baseline, floats one over. No, gosh, Scott City shooting woes continuing here in this first quarter. They've had some great looks. And here is Tonganoxie back the other way with Shawnick. She'll go coast to coast, has all 11 of the points. Justin Froh has seen enough and calls a timeout with 3:39 to go first quarter. 11-2 lead for Tonganoxie. As it's been all Shawnick in the first quarter, 11 points. Piper Fox has the only basket for Scott City. Basketball presented here by Winterland Farms, Wilkins Physical Therapy, White's Food Liner, Wheaton Electric, Western State Bank, Volgamore Family Farms. Also, Turner Sheet Metal, True North Cafe, True North Cattle Company, Trophy Wine and Spirits. So a tough start here for Scott City. They've had some good looks, just cannot get anything to drop in, as they are now 1 of their first 6. Tonganoxie is 5 of their first 8. Right now, Garden City and Lawrence Free State playing there in Garden City. It's 7-5 for the Lady Buffs with 3:28 to go first quarter. Out of the timeout of Scott City's, it'll be their basketball. Tonganoxie's come out and it's had hot shooting here, but it's really going downhill where Shawnick, as she has just taken it to the rack about every time. You think as a 5'3 senior that, okay, high three-point shooter. She was just 1 of 3 last week and is 0 for 1 from there tonight. The 5 of 5 in the paint. Out of the timeout, Piper Fox with the left side. Chris Irvin will try a left corner 3. Short on that. Scott City cannot end their 3-minute scoring run, and the rebound to Addie Schooler grabs her 3rd board of the period. Scott City 0 for 2 from downtown. And now right corner, Alden Johnson, who enters the game, launches a 3, and rebound to Valeria Castillo for Scott City. The 5'10 sophomore, Alden Johnson, had 6 points and 4 boards against Lewisburg last week. 2:58 here in the opening period, as all of a sudden they go a little bit bigger. And a whistle and a push. That'll be on Schooler. That'll be her first. Tonganoxie with foul number 2. Two substitutions in as it'll be once again back in the lineup, Shawnick and Galen Wee in for the Lady Chieftains. 11-2. 2:45 to work in the opening period. Fox gets it over to Lee Leitner, gets it stripped right out of her hands. She was getting ready to dribble it, turnover, but then the teams will trade turnovers. Third on Tonganoxie, the 5th on Scott City. So back it goes to the Lady Beavers, down 11-2. They're on a 4-minute scoring drought, and there's one of those scoring droughts where Scott City has really had to deal with. Now Piper Fox lines one in as she was about to fall off balance, and she has all 4 of Scott City's points and ends the 9-0 Tonganoxie run. 2:14 to go first quarter. 11-4 is your score. And now ball loose and back-to-back Tonganoxie. Turnovers, good defense by Scott City. Here come Lady Beavers, but they lose it. Gentry now to Valeria Castillo. Skips it right side, Irvin. She'll drive right baseline, cut off, and her runner left side might have been partially blocked. Gentry saves it into play, but knocks it off a Lady Chieftain. Great hustle that time by Peyton Gentry. The Lady Beavers will shoot or try it again here with 20 to shoot. Fox and Maggie Heineman in for the first time. 5'6" junior out will be Chris Irvin. Castillo gets the ball knocked out of bounds. 19 to shoot, 1:53 to go, first period. Adlin Johnson there underneath there, that 5'10" sophomore. Tonganoxie with a lot of height. And nice give and ball deflected. That goes off of the foot of Piper Fox, and already 6 turnovers on Scott City. Peyton Gentry tried to save it. She was out of bounds, but back it goes to the Lady Chieftains. 11-4 Tongi with the lead and the ball back. Minute 51 to go first quarter. They have the cursive Tongi on the front of their uniforms above their numbers. Not bad crowd on hand here for first game of our doubleheader. Shawnick, a little stop and go. Now right side to Brune. Brune back up top it goes. And driving in is Johnson. Goes right side, and Shawnick for 3. Rims off. Rebound Piper Fox rips it away. She collects her first board of the night unofficially. 90 seconds to go first quarter. 11-4 lead for Tonganoxie. Scott City's ball back. Lady Chieftains on a little bit of a scoring drought. A couple minutes. Leitner with it up top. Pace and Campbell to check in next. Dead ball for Scott City Knights. Give and go to Leitner. Drives right side. Her runner is good and one. Good aggressiveness by Leitner, taking to the rack and drawing the foul. 11-6 Scott City back to within 5 with 1:14 to go here in the opening period. That foul charged to Kaylin Wee. That's her first. Team's third. As subs in there. Free throw for Leitner. Bounces in. And makes it 11-7. Scott City on a little mini run. Leitner there, it will check out. And Payson Campbell, the 5'8" freshman, enters. Final minute 8 of the first quarter. Scott City is back to within 4 at 11-7. They've scored the last 5 of the ball game. Dump it into the ball duck, and now left corner 3. Shawnick has it. Her second 3 of the year ends the 5-0 run and doubles up Tonganoxie's lead. 50 seconds to go first quarter at 14-7. She has all 14 of Tonganoxie's points. Up top it goes to Piper. Fox goes right side. Peyton Gentry's going to drive the right baseline. Takes it up and bounces it high. No, tipped out. Castillo will track it down for an offensive board. Already her 3rd rebound of the quarter. And now Fox will try a 3. Bury her first career triple. She has 7, and it's 14-10. Scott City's whittled the lead down, or deficit down to 4. 20 seconds to go. First quarter. Shot clock shut off. Tonganoxie will go for the final shot. Here is Shawnick with the dribble out high. Scott City just 2 fouls in the quarter. 13 to shoot in the first quarter game clock. Now down to 10. Shawnick with the dribble guarded by Peyton Gentry. Looks for a screen from Balda. Gets it. Goes to her right. Guarded now by Castillo. A 3-2. Good defense by Scott City. And a deep 3 launched short by Shawnick at the end of the first quarter. That was a great defensive effort by Scott City in the final possession of the first quarter to be their ball when we come back. 14-10, Lady Chieftains after one. Back in a minute. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
That's what you get at Mom and Pop's Burger Stop in
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center.
There are places where people truly value relationships, where distance is measured in acres, and all roads lead to families on one mission: to provide for their loved ones, their community, and the world. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Berta Binns and Sales Associates Sam Giesick and Joni Stegman today.
Scott City shot 4 of 11 in that first quarter. Started to heat up as the first quarter came to a close. Working on Tonganoxie stats here a little bit, but Scott City trailing by 4 after one, 14-10. They were once down 11-2. Tonganoxie was 6 of 12 for 50%. Lady Beavers got 7 from Piper Fox, including her first career 3. High pass deflected, and Scott City turns the ball over for the 7th time, trying to get in the block to Payson Campbell. Shawnick has all 14 of Tonganoxie's points, and she had the ball and gets it over left to Baldock. Back to Shawnick, 7:35 to work first half. Ball fake now driving to her left is Shawnick back up top around the screen. Here's Baldock, goes right side, 15 to shoot. The block deflected by Payson Campbell, and she gets the steal. Turnover number 5. Campbell will flip it out to Gentry. He'll take it across the 10-second line from left to right as we see it. Castile holds it. Now back up top. It'll go to Fox. Now behind the defense to Peyton Gentry, gets hacked, and she will have 2 free throws. That'll be on Kaylin Wee. That'll be her second, team's first of the period. With 7:12 to go second quarter, and Gentry looking for her first points of the night to head the line to shoot 2. So Wee with 2 fouls for Tonganoxie. Kaylee Felker on the bench with 2 fouls. Free throw is good for Gentry, who went 3 of 6 on Friday last week. 14-11. Scott City once down 11-2. Now back to within 3. Ashlyn Bruni back in for Tonganoxie. Lily Leitner back in there. Also in there, Payson Campbell, Piper Fox, and boy, that one hit every part of the rim and dropped off. And Maggie Heineman. Rebound into the hands of Adeline Johnson, grabs her first board. 14-11. Scott City to within 3. Minute into this second quarter here. Opening night of the Round Ball Classic. Free State leading Garden City 12-11 early second quarter. Good defense by Peyton Gentry, but she falls out of bounds as she was stripping it out of the hands of the Lady Chieftain. They'll have 17 to shoot. It'll remain Tonganoxie basketball. Inbounding it in, Shawnick will kick it right corner, and here's a 3 launched. It's airballed, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Tonganoxie. That was put up by Bruni. And it'll belong to Lady Beavers. Down 3, 6:51 to go first quarter, so a slow start, but Scott City recovering well here. And it's really started for them on the defensive end as well. And helps that they're hitting their shots as well. Irvin leans into Shawnick and draws the foul. That's on Shawnick. That's her second, and it is. That's team foul number 2 on Tonganoxie this quarter. With 6:42 to go first half, Austin Eckert, the head coach for Tonganoxie, may be questioning that call a little bit. Talking to the official who made the call, out high it goes to Chris Irvin. So Tonganoxie's only point scorer with 2 fouls. Here's Irvin, turns down the 3. She'll drive left side. Bank shot too strong. Rebound. Here is Johnson on the run for Tonganoxie. She's going to go coast to coast. Stuffed by Gentry, but she's fouled. She'll get 2 free throws. Will Adeline Johnson. Team foul number 1 on Scott City in this second quarter. Peyton Gentry picks up her first foul. Johnson was 2 of 2 against Lewisburg at the line. She had 6 points and 4 rebounds off the bench last week. The 5'10 sophomore, first of 2 free throws, too strong. She'll get another one. Adeline Johnson, the 5'10 sophomore, Their second free throw attempt pending. It's good. 15-11, Tonganoxie's lead back up to 4. Piper Fox returns the lineup. Payson Campbell and Maggie Heineman exit. 6:27 to go before halftime. Irvin back he goes, working around Castillo now to Gentry. Scott City needs a little urgency. Fox will take it across the 10-second line, and a wise move there. Now bounces it up top to Valeria Castillo. Castillo's Tonganoxie stays man-to-man defense. 15-11 Lady Chieftains. Shot by Fox is blocked, and the rebound into the hands of Addie Schooler, who grabs her 4th block already at the half. Here comes Tonganoxie with a 4-point lead 2 minutes into the second quarter. Shawnick has 14 of their 15 points. Goes around the perimeter right corner to Baldock for 3. Too strong backside board. Chris Irvin secures her 3rd board of the night. Lady Beavers down by 4. Irvin left side, Castillo surveys. 5:45 up top to Fox. Oh, the Leitner. Now to Castillo. Will flip it back out. Scott City resets. Plenty of time to shoot. Gentry with it. Goes right with the pass to Chris Irvin. Entry feed into Fox. Goes to her right. Puts it up. Leaves it short. Leitner with the follow-up. Yes. She has 5 off the bench. And Scott City has cut the deficit in half. 15-13. 5:20 to go first half. Lady Beavers secured their 4th offensive board of the half. And in the paint, turnaround jumper Schooler wide right into Valeria Castillo. And Scott City with a chance to tie it or take their first lead of the night. Gentry for the lead. Wide left. Saved by Castillo. Then it goes to Piper Fox. Good hustle by Castillo. Already 5 boards for her in this half. Here's a runner by Fox, and she draws the foul on Leia Baldock. That'll be her first. Team foul number 3 on Tonganoxie with 4:58 to go second quarter. Leia Baldock at her first. Fox to the line, has 7 points. 6 of 8 this year, now 6 of 9. Scott City now 2 of 4 at the line tonight as Jayla Herrera is back into the Tonganoxie lineup. Second free throw, Fox hits 1 out of 2, and Scott City has slowly whittled this margin down. It's the 1-point game. 4:50 to go second quarter. It's Tonganoxie 15, Scott City 14. Up top with it now. They're working around to Shawnick. Shawnick back up top. Here's a 3 right side and buried by Jayla Herrera, her 4th 3 of the year, and it's 18-14 with 4:38 to go first half. So Tonganoxie hits her second 3. Leitner's shot is blocked by Schooler, who grabs her 5th rebound in the process. She's a definite presence underneath. 4:20 to go second quarter. 4-point Tonganoxie lead with the basketball up top. Schooler goes left side, and Shawnick will try a 3 and bury it. Back-to-back 3s for the Chieftains as they have now ballooned their lead to 7. 21-14 as we near the midway mark of this second quarter. They've hit their last 2 3s. Scott City had it to within 1. It's now down to up to a 7-point lead as they get it into Fox. She's immediately double-teamed. Finds the open Valeria Castillo up top at 3:55. Scott City plenty of time to shoot with 18. They'll feed it back into Fox. Goes to her right. Splits the defenders and gets it to go for her 10th point. 21-16. 3:45 to go first half. And a timeout on the floor taken by Scott City. It's a full. We'll take it as well. 21-16 Tonganoxie. 3:46 to go first half. Back in a minute. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
Words like history and tradition are often used to describe the Scott City Beavers. With their roots in farming, NAU Country Insurance Company and Western Kansas Insurance have been built on these principles as well. We sit in the farmer's shoes and know both the risk and rewards of farming. With a long and trusted history in the crop insurance industry, WKIS and NAU Country are top rated for financial strength and stability. Contact Western Kansas Insurance at 620-872-5866 today. NAU Country Insurance Company and Western Kansas Insurance are equal opportunity providers.
Platinum H Insurance in Scott City is ready for Christmas. Did you know that they also carry Traeger grills and Blackstone griddles? Come on in and check out what they have in stock right now. Platinum H Insurance. The ever popular Traeger grills. And don't forget, you want those pellets as well to go with your Traeger grill for your perfect Christmas gift. They also carry a line of Blackstone griddles. You'll also want to check out what they have for different seasonings and also accessories for the grill or griddle. Find the gift for the barbecue and the family this Christmas with Traeger grills or Blackstone griddles at Platinum H Insurance in Scott City.
21-16, Tonganoxie with the lead, and it's their ball out of the Scott City timeout. 3:46 to go, second quarter. Lady Beavers down by 5. Tonganoxie didn't play it in out of the full timeout. Alyssa Shonick, will take it to the front court. Be guarded by Peyton Gentry. Now out high right, it goes to Ashlyn Brunet. Brunet now driving in a Shonick reverse layup, but blocked and fouled. She'll get 2 free throws. Scott City's second team foul of the period, the first on Krista Irvin. Shonick, who's 1 of 1 at the line, heads there. There are 2 of 3 are the Lady Chieftains in the half at the line. First one coming up here. Good. She has 18 of their 22 points in this first half. 22-16, 3:35 to go first half. 4-year starter for Tonganoxie. And I would almost guess this is by far the furthest west they've ever played in school history. The second free throw, too strong. And Lily Leitner collects the board for Scott City. Down by 6, 3.5 to go. Gentry loses the dribble. Will pick it back up near half court to Valeria Castillo. Tonganoxie staying man-to-man defense up top. Chris Irvin will drive right. Spin move. Goes to her left at the foul line. Right side to Gentry into Leitner. Faces up. Kicks it out to Valeria Castillo. Castillo will go to the foul line. Her runner banked off to the right. Leitner will collect her third rebound. Scott City with another offensive board and a reset of the shot clock. 3 minutes to go, second quarter. 22-16. Tonganoxie leads Scott City ball. Fox with it up top. Goes a little wide left. Trying to get it to Chris Irvin, had the right idea. The Lady Beavers have cut down the turnovers in this second quarter. Just 2 in this second quarter and 8 for the half. Tonganoxie's committed 5 errors. 2:50 remaining, second frame. Tonganoxie 22, Scott City 16. Lady Chieftains went on a 9-0 run, then a steal. There's turnover number 6. Gentry leads it to Chris Irvin, drives right, jump stop, bank shot good. Her first basket, 22-18. Shonick had to kind of avoid contact and just let her go to avoid her third foul. 2.5 to go first half. And we got a blocking foul up high. That'll be team foul number 3 on Scott City, and that'll be the second on Peyton Gentry. So Gentry with 2. Kaylee Felker, who has yet to play this second quarter on the bench, with 2 fouls. And now Maggie Heineman will check in. Gentry exits with 1 point and 2 fouls. 22-18, Tonganoxie with the lead in the basketball and a new 35 on the shot clock. 2.5 here, second quarter. The lob and underneath, too high for Schooler, and that's going to be out of bounds. Turnover on Tonganoxie, their second. The ball did not touch anybody, so it'll be actually inbound where it was thrown into play on the sideline. Scott City has gotten it to within 1 after they were tied at 2, and then Tonganoxie went on a 9-0 run. Up top here, as Valeria Castillo goes around Shonick here, trying to go around her, I should say. 2:20 to go. Fox left side to Heineman, left corner to Chris Irvin, into Lily Leitner. Has great position, goes up, can't get it, and 2 Lady Beavers fighting for the rebound, lose it, and it's into the hands of Shonick. Good effort, though, by Leitner. Did everything right but finish, and Irvin almost picked up foul number 2. 2 minutes to go, second quarter. Both teams with 2 players with 2 fouls. Shonick and Wee for Tonganoxie. Left wing goes. That's Jayla Herrera now underneath. Schooler gets pushed by Leitner with 1:48 to go first half. Stop the clock. A little extra few seconds to go off. Team foul number 4 on Scott City inadvertently. And that'll be the first foul on Lily Leitner. Kaylee Felker returns to the lineup. Right corner to Baldock. Good defense by Felker. Now and it goes to Schooler. Goes up and gets it over Piper Fox. Her first basket, 24-18, 1:34 to go first half. The teams have been trading baskets here as of late. With it, now Scott City in the front court, under 90 seconds to work first half. Up top to Piper Fox. Fox goes left to Kaylee Felker. Felker holds it, looking for a cutter. Now up top, right. It'll go to Castillo. 13 to shoot. Scott City now in it goes to Fox. Goes by her defender and lays it up. She has 12. 24-20, 1:07 to go first half. And a great offensive set that time by the Lady Beavers. They're back to within 4. Final minute of the second quarter here. Right side out high to Jayla Herrera. Now up top, driving in. Here's Brune. Now left wing. Here's a three by Schooler, and she buries it. Tonganoxie's hit 3 threes in the second quarter as they push the lead to 7 with 45 seconds to go first half. And Schooler, the last 5, the Lady Chieftains, they now have that opportunity for a 2-for-1 right before halftime. And Irvin loses the dribble and a turnover. Here is Shawnick. Lays it up, no, but right there, Trailer Herrera, the rebound, and another opportunity, and she'll launch a 3 in the right corner and bury it. She has 2 threes and 6. It's 30-20 with 20 seconds to go. First half, shot clock off. With the deserving, goes left to Kaylee Felker, holds it in to Lily Leitner. Piper Fox may have gotten away with the travel, loses it, picks it back up, puts it up too strong, and Leitner almost got a pushing foul over the back that time. And here comes Tonganoxie with 1 second. And the three-pointer is blocked by Felker. And that's the end of your first half. But Tonganoxie's lit it up from 3 in the second quarter. 12 of their 16 points from behind the arc as they take a 30-20 lead over Scott City here at the break. We'll come back in 3 minutes with your halftime show and bring you some stats and more. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Richard's Financial Services at 106 East 6th Street in Scott City is once again pleased to be a Booster Club sponsor for the Scott Community High School Beavers and a proud sponsor of Beaver Sports on KSKL. We are looking forward to another exciting and spirit-filled year of sports, academics, and activities in Beaver Nation. Go Big Blue!
An equal opportunity provider.
When you want plain talk with exceptional results, count on Norder Supply to serve you. With over 40 years of experience in the crop protection business, the dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting you in achieving maximum net return per acre by delivering unparalleled agronomic advice and best in customer service. That's how they define
Next-Tech
success.
Wireless.
To serve you better, they have an aerial application service and do it all for a very
has been offering superior coverage to Kansans for close to 20 years. My, how things have changed. Bringing us to modern technology we trust and depend on. Rain or shine, wind or snow, we'll be there. Because we live here too. We're investing in our communities and connecting Kansans. It's not a gimmick, it's our guarantee.
BBN is sponsored by Circle C Farms, Iron Insurance Partners, David Post, Norder Supply, R Brothers Auto Body and Mechanic, Scott City Eye Center, R6 Ag, Farm Bureau Financial.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances, At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
Tonganoxie, and every time Scott City would make a run and get it to within 1 or actually 4 points, Lady Chieftains would hit back-to-back threes. They hit 4 of 7 on threes in that second quarter, and that really helped them out here to build a 30-20 lead. Scott City did a better job of cutting down on turnovers in the second quarter. They've done a pretty decent job on the glass here in the first half, but better shooting for the Tonganoxie Lady Chieftains. Let's take a look at your first half scoring. First for Tonganoxie, Alyssa Shawnick had 14 of her 18 points in the first quarter. She had 18 and a half, and then 6 for Jayla Herrera on back-to-back threes she canned in the second quarter. 5 for Addie Schooler. She had 5 in a row in that period, and 1 for Adlin Johnson. So that's Tonganoxie scoring in the first half. They did have 6 fouls. They had 7 turnovers, 5 steals. Only had a couple of offensive boards. They had a total of 13 rebounds in the first half. For Scott City, they were led by Piper Fox with 12. 5 off the bench for Lily Leitner, 1 off a season high and career high. 2 for Krista Irvin. And 1 for Peyton Gentry on a second quarter free throw. The Lady Beavers had 9 first half turnovers, just 3 steals. They had a total of 14 rebounds, 8 defensive and 6 offensive, and they had 6 fouls. Scott City, though, hanging tough here, down 30-20 at the break to the Tonganoxie Lady Chieftains here, the opening night of the Round Ball Classic. We'll step aside for another 3-minute break. We'll come back with the rest of your first half stats and more. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Your finances with our quick, secure, and convenient online banking service. Not only can you check your daily account history and spot fraud, you can also set e-alerts that will notify you if your account balance drops below an amount that you have chosen. Send notifications when your statement is available and when your loan payment is due. Don't forget about online bill paying. Check it out at fnbscott.com or come see us at First National Bank of Scott City. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
The Scott Recreation Commission invites you to come get fit in their fitness center, no matter what your focus is. The Scott Recreation Commission features a wide variety of fitness activities, including free weights and cardio. With an affordable membership, you're able to access not only the fitness area, but also group fitness classes. Find out your workout opportunities at the Scott Recreation Commission Fitness Center, 912 Jefferson Street in Scott City. You can also sign up online at scottrec.org.
You can purchase firearms in many places, but do you get the service and questions answered by someone who wants you safe and knowledgeable?
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Since 1950, Pioneer Communications has been right here in Western Kansas, connecting your community. We're more than an internet company. We're your neighbors, your friends, your local business partner. For 75 years, we've been dedicated to delivering the experience you deserve, providing high-speed internet, reliable connections, and unwavering support for families, schools, and business. Wherever life leads you, Pioneer Communications, where connection counts, being local makes a difference, and community comes first.
I'm David Post, and I live right here in Scott City.
I'm proud to help my neighbors protect their homes, farms, and businesses because this is my community too. At Iron Insurance Partners, we're here for you on game day and every day, helping you protect what matters most because your hometown is our hometown. Give us a call or stop by today.
Show presented by Precision Ag and Seed, 30-20 for Tonganoxie at the break here. For Tonganoxie, they shot 50% from the field unofficially, 11-22. They were 5 of 12 on threes, 6 of 10 on twos, and from the foul line, 3 of 5. For Scott City, they were 8 of 21, 38% from the floor, 1 of 5 on threes, 7 of 16 on twos, and 3 of 5 at the line, as both teams around that 3 of 5 at the line in the first half. Foul trouble for both teams. Tonganoxie, Alyssa Schoenig, and Kaylin Wee each with 2 fouls. For Scott City, Peyton Gentry and Kaylee Felker with 2 fouls. The winner will play at 6:30 tomorrow night, either against Garden City or Lawrence Free State. Garden City with a 24-18 lead at the break over the Lady Firebirds. And the loser will play at 3:30. Both games for Scott City regardless and Tonganoxie tomorrow will be in the high school. Just depends on Saturday. But also we do have one other score in the Round Ball Classic here. Hugoton girls, they're blowing at Coronado at halftime 44-8. Hugoton off to a 2-1 start, by the way. Also, earlier today on the girls' side, the Ulysses Lady Tigers fell to the Ray Eagles. 50-31, I believe, was that score. If I can read my own darn handwriting, I could get you that score better. But no Lady Tigers lost there earlier today. It was 50-39, excuse me. So Ulysses now 1-2 on the year. They'll be on the backside. They'll take on Colby or Life Prep out of Wichita in the consolation side tomorrow afternoon at 3. Goodland playing tonight. They're taking on Norton. As I mentioned, Colby and Life Prep. That girls' game tips off at 9 o'clock. But that's going on there. Cimarron tonight is playing at Wichita Trinity. They're part of that Wichita Trinity tournament. First time that's happened. Wichita Trinity, and then they'll play Pittsburgh tomorrow and Wamego Saturday. The Blue Jays at Cimarron. Ooh, that's a brutal 3-day stretch there for them. Trying to remember who else. Holcomb, they're off to a 3-0 start on the girls' side. They're ranked number 4 in the States, and they're going to be taking on the St. John Tigers tomorrow night at the Katy Classic in Larned. And I think I've got about every school in the league taken care of. So there we go. It'll be Tonganoxie's basketball to begin the third period of play. Tonganoxie will roll out to Jayla Herrera. She's wearing number 10. Originally thought had it in the program number 22, but she's number 10. Also Alyssa Schoenig, Ashlyn Brune, Addie Schooler, and also Kalea Baldock. That's your starting 5 in the second quarter for Tonganoxie. Jumper right side, no. For Brune, here's the backside board. Valeria Castillo getting the start. That's her 6th rebound, by the way. Also out there, Kaylee Felker, Piper Fox, and into Castillo, who gets a shot, no, gets her own rebound. We're going to get a tie-up. And possession arrow favors the Lady Beavers with 7:36 to go third quarter. So once again, Krista Irvin, Kaylee Felker, Piper Fox, Valeria Castillo, and Peyton Gentry for the Lady Beavers. 30 to shoot into Piper Fox. Goes left corner. Here's Felker driving the right baseline. Runs out of real estate, but back to Castillo up top. It goes to Irvin. Tight man-to-man defense for Tonganoxie. Irvin may have gotten away with the hook. Nope, she did not. She banked it in, but she hooked, and that was the right call by the official, Jesse Colson. Pretty clear to see there. Irvin's second. Team foul number 1 of the period, and that just kind of adds a little insult to injury for Scott City as they banked in the shot. 7:23 to go third period. Full court press will be put on by Scott City to begin this third quarter. And almost stolen away, but Brune keeps it, tips it over forward. And still Tonganoxie with the backcourt. They just barely get it with less than a second to spare. Driving in is Schoenig. She'll take a coast-to-coast no. Rebound follow-up sneaks off that time by Baldock, and the rebound goes to Scott City's Piper Fox. 30-20. We've played a minute in this third quarter. Gentry to Irvin out high. Uses up her dribble. Now goes left to Kaylee Felker, looking for a cutter. Still holds it off a screen up top to Castile. She'll launch a three. She will not get it to go. Scott City's shooting woes continue here, and the rebound here is Shawnick to bring it in the front court for Tonganoxie. Nice job, Piper Fox intercepting the pass. Turnover number 8 on Tonganoxie. 6.5 to go third period. Still no change of score. With it is almost a carry that time by Gentry. Now they're working around left side. Here's Irvin looking for a cutter. Holds it off a screen up top to Valeria Castillo. Back to Irvin. Drives in, loses it, and turnover number 11 on Scott City. Here's Shawnick with it. She'll drive all the way. Goes over Felker. Meaves it short. Good defense that time. And another tie-up for the ball. It'll still stay with the Lady Chieftains with 6:05 to go third quarter. And we're going to get another timeout. It's a 30-second timeout for Tonganoxie with 6:05 to go here in the third period. Lady Beavers down 30-20. Basketball presented here by Stevens Veterinary Services, State Farm Insurance, Spencer Pest Control, Sharp Shooting Supply, Security, State Bank, Scott Pro, Scott County Records, Scott County Hospital, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Abstract and Title Company. Also want to thank Scott City Pharmacy, Giftologist, Scott City Ice Center, Rotomix, Iron Insurance Partners, Richards Financial Services, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, ProTech Spraying Service, Precision Ag and Seed, and Pokey Feeders. Early third quarter, Garden City has opened up their lead to 27-20. They led by as many as 9. It's now at 7. As Lauren Free State just grabbed a basket, but the Lady Buffaloes, who are 3-0 on the year, entered the rankings in 6A at number 10. They're off to a good start under brand new coach Kelly Snodgrass. 32 to shoot for Tonganoxie. 6:05 left here in period 3. Out of the 32nd Tonganoxie timeout, Shawnick to inbound it in. Nice position for Schooler and banks it in. She has 7, 32-20, as that's their largest lead of the night. 6 minutes to go here in this third period. Scott City in the front court with Peyton Gentry. Up top to Kaylee Felker, left side. Chris Irvin will launch a left wing three. She swishes it home. Her second 3 of the year. And Scott City, their second of the night, 32-23, back to a single-digit game. 5:40 to go in this third period. Driving in, a floater in the paint is good for Brunet. Her first basket, 34-23. It's 5.5 to go third quarter. So a big answer back there by Tonganoxie. Scott City really tonight has not had a big run here. And here's Kaylee Felker, and she cannot get her first points of the year. Scott City ends up tracking the loose ball with Fox underneath the Felker. Kicks it up top. Now the right side to Castile. She'll try a three and bury it. Her first varsity 3 of her career, 34-26. 5:05 to go third quarter. Scott City's first 2 baskets of this third period have been behind the arc. That helps them get back to within 8, but deflected right to Schooler, who lays it up. Fox had a fingertip on it. Schooler with 9, 36-29. 4:50 to go third quarter. Boy, Scott City just couldn't get a defensive stop there. Almost got it. Now with it is Kaylee Felker in to Piper Fox. Her runner left side, good. She has 14. Good ball movement. That ball did not hit the floor there in the front court. 36-28. 4.5 to go third quarter. Shawnick with it, goes around Castile. Stuffed that time by Fox and a steal. Future teammates meeting up there, and Fox wins that battle. 4:20 to work third quarter for future Tabor Blue Jays. Kaylee Felker pivots, gets it to Irvin out high, drives in, gets it stripped and reach and foul. That'll be on Jayla Herrera. That'll be her first. Tonganoxie's first foul of the third quarter at the 4:13 mark. Payson Campbell in for Piper Fox. Also in is going to be Kaylin Wee and also Adeline Johnson for the Lady Chieftains, as we're already near the midway mark of this third quarter. 36-28. Tonganoxie with the lead. Scott City to inbound it in. They'll get it into Felker in the paint. Lobs underneath the Castile shot, no. Rebound, Castile with another board. That's her 7th board of the night, and then she can't hang on to it, and Scott City will lose it out of bounds. 4:05 to go third quarter. So new season high for Castile with their 3-pointer. 8-point Tongi lead in the ball, 36-28. Brunet now goes left side over to Herrera, and he goes back up top. They're working around the perimeter right side to Shawnick. Skip it over left side. Here's Herrera for her third three. No. Good box out that time by Kaylee Felker. Grabs her first board of the night unofficially. Scott City to within 8. 3:35 to go third quarter. Maybe they have an opportunity to get back-to-back possessions with points. Tonganoxie goes to a 2-3 look up top. Gentry left side. Irvin left open for a three on the left side. Bounces off. Payson Campbell crashes the board. Outlets it to Kaylee Felker and then to Peyton Gentry. And Scott City will throw it away and a foul. And Felker can't believe the foul call. And that's going to be her third. With 3:15 to go third quarter. Team foul number 2 in this third period for Scott City. As Felker, a little frustrated with herself, exits. And back into the game is Lily Leitner. Out is, I believe that was Weehee for, nope, correction. Back in is Schooler for Tonganoxie. 3:05 to go. Now wide open is Shonick for three. Buries it from straight up top. Her 21st point, 39-28. 2:59 to go third quarter. Still Scott City cannot get back-to-back points or possessions of points. Heineman will try a right wing three. No, when the rebound. Here is Weed, and here's Tonganoxie. They go a little bit too far downhill, and turnover number 10 on the Lady Chieftains with 2:43 left in the third quarter. Fox to return to the lineup to replace Chris Irv, and also Valeria Castillo in for Maggie Heineman. 39-28 Tonganoxie, 11-point lead. Scott City with the ball back. 2:43 to work here in the third stanza. Into the front court here. Peyton Gentry goes left side to Castillo, now to Fox. Fox looks in, now finds Campbell at the foul line for reverse varsity points. No, rebound. Fox with it. Now we'll kick it over right side to Peyton Gentry. Runner in the lane, wide right, tipped around and into the hands of Johnson for Tonganoxie. They'll take it all the way. Layup is good. Her third point of the night, 41-28, 2:16 to go third period as Tonganoxie now the last 5 of the game, and they have their largest lead at 13. Leitner with it, kicks it left side to Castillo. Now Fox into Lily Leitner, throws it out high through the legs of Peyton Gentry. She'll pick it back up, and then she is pushed by Adeline Johnson. That'll be her first. Tonganoxie's second foul of the third quarter. Comes with 1:59 to go in the third period. New 35 on the shot clock for the Lady Beavers. An 11-8 run for Tonganoxie here in the third period. Inbound in, here's Fox. Turns down the three, drives in up top. It goes to Gentry. Campbell spotting up left wing. Gentry's runner in the paint, crawls in. Her first field goal, she has 3. Wisconsin needs to get her going. It's 41-30, 1:45 to go third period. Has the deficit back down to 11 for Scott City. See if they can get a defensive stop. Shonick with it. She'll drive the lane, kick it left side out high. And now back up top to Shonick to Herrera. She'll fire a three, too strong. Rebound, this will trickle out of bounds. It'll belong to Scott City. So Herrera, who banged in a couple threes in the first half, and now Scott City, they haven't had a back-to-back possessions of points since really 3 in a row in the second quarter when they hit a 2-point basket and a field goal. Chris Irvin back in. Out is going to be Lily Leitner. Minute 20 here in the third quarter. 41-30 Chieftains with the lead. Scott City with the ball into Fox. Turnaround jumper, line drives it home. She has 16 times a career high. 41-32, 69 seconds, and a steal and a foul. Good job on the steal. Now the two officials, you have Eric Dysinger and Jesse Colson talking things over, veteran officials there. I think it's going to be a turnover and a foul. Jayla Herrera will get the foul. That'll be her second, team's third of the period. And it also goes down as a turnover. Rooney back in for Tonganoxie. 1:08 to go third quarter. Scott City's ball back. They've scored the last 4 of the ball game, down 41-32 into Fox. Trying to get it to Campbell, but the length of Schooler forces the turnover, and that's Scott City's 15th of the night unofficially. 54 seconds to go third quarter. Now Shawnick left wide open for a left wing three, and she buries it. She has 24 points. That's who you do not want to leave open. 44-32, 40 seconds to go, third period. She had their first 14 points of the night. And it goes to Campbell. Go to her right. Shot is blocked out of there by Addie Schooler. Kind of like the aggressiveness, trying to take it to the 6'1 junior. But out of bounds, it'll stay with the Lady Beavers with 22 to shoot as Campbell exits. Lightner returns to the lineup. 9 seconds between game clock and shot clock. They'll throw it up top to Gentry. Back in the corner, here's Castillo back to Gentry. 44-32, Tonganoxie lead. Scott City to the ball. 20 seconds to work third quarter. Nice dump underneath the Lightner, and she has a new career high with 7 assists. Piper Fox. 44-34, 16 seconds to go third period. That was good ball movement by Scott City. Shot clock is off. Tonganoxie back the other way. A right side three. Brunet, no. Long rebound will be tracked down by Baldock out high. With 4 seconds with 3, 2, 1. Shawnick with a three, and she's short on it, and that's how your third quarter comes to an end. 44-34, both teams have 14 third quarter points. Tonganoxie lead. We'll come back in a minute for the final period of play. This is Beaver basketball.
At Circle C Farms, we know every bushel counts. That's why we are proud to be a licensed certified seed wheat dealer of AgriPro, LCS, and Kansas Wheat Alliance wheat varieties. Names that deliver strong yields, proven disease resistance, and standability you can count on. From planting to harvest, it's about giving your fields the best start possible. Circle C Farms, your local partner, bringing you seed that works as hard as you do.
That provides custom floral arrangements and great gift ideas for anyone. Stop in and see what they offer, including jewelry, snack mixes, baby gifts, balloons, baptismals, flavored coffees, and so much more. There's more gift ideas arriving daily. Don't forget to reach out to Shells Flowers and More for weddings, funerals, or any special occasion. Shells Flowers and More, your go-to for flowers and gifts. On West 5th Street in Scott City, 620-872-5336.
44-34, Tonganoxie with the lead. It'll be Scott City's ball to begin the fourth quarter. Both teams scoring 14 third quarter points. It's Alyssa Shawnick leading the way with 24 points for Tonganoxie. She is buried at 3 triples tonight. Make that 4 triples and a 3-point play. Scott City led by Piper Fox, who's tied a career high with 16. Lightner with it, bounces it to Fox. She'll go left side for a new career high, and she's got it. 44-36. Scott City hanging with an 8 here. 7:45 to go, and they much need a basket to begin the fourth quarter. They had the final points of the third quarter and the first points of the fourth quarter. Driving in here is Brunet. Stuffed that time. It'll tie up. It'll still stay Tonganoxie basketball with 21 to shoot. No foul on that one. A good defensive play that time by Piper Fox. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, verbally committed to Tabor for basketball on Tuesday. Actually, she kind of officially announced it today. But 21 to shoot out high, now left side. They work it at Baldock. And she'll just hand it off behind her to Shawnick, who will launch a three and hits the side of the backboard. Peyton Gentry right there for the rebound. And Scott City can make this a little interesting down the floor. Lightner does reel it in. Triple team somehow gets it to go, and it's a 6-point game with 7:15 to go. She was triple teamed. Somehow Scott City found her, and it's 44-38. Bounce pass in the front court with it in transition. Here is back the other way. Lightner stuffs it, but right there is Schooler cannot get the put back, and rebound it goes. Scott City making things a little interesting here. 6:55 to go. Lady Beavers now wide open as Irvin. Rims out a three, tipped around, and into the hands of Shawnick for Tonganoxie. She grabs her 6th board of the night. That was a good look for Irvin. In transition, Shawnick with her 26 points. Timeout, Tonganoxie. Coach Austin Eckert in his second season wants a 30. Second timeout with 6:40 to go. It is 46-38. That ends a 6-0 run by Scott City. And basketball here, once again, winner of this game will be in the semifinals tomorrow night at 6:30. The loser play at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon, either against Garden City or Lawrence Free State. The Lady Buffaloes have built up and around a 10-point lead last check. Lakin and Ottawa and Hugoton and Coronado. Hugoton as well on their way to the semifinals on the girls' side. And Saturday for the girls, they'll play either at 11 or 2. The boys on Saturday, doesn't matter the outcomes, they'll play at 12 or 3:30. Just depends what place on the bracket and the location. 46-38 Tonganoxie, 6:40 to go as they apply some pressure out of their 30-second timeout. Both teams down to 3 timeouts remaining. Piper Fox will take it across the 10-second line with her new career high 18 points. And now here's Peyton Gentry driving the left block, cut off, finds Fox. She'll go to her right. Her runner banked, no, but she'll have 2 free throws. Team foul number 1 in the fourth quarter on Tonganoxie. That'll be the second foul on Addie Schooler, the 6'1 junior. These are the first free throws by either side in the second half, and it comes with 6:24 to go. Fox 1 of 2 from the line, has 18. Oh, that one did not want to spin in. Scott City now 3 of 6 from the line. Tonganoxie 3 of 5. Felker in for Peyton Gentry to get a quick breather. Garden City leading 42-32 to begin the fourth quarter. And Fox has 19, 46-39. Scott City down 7, 6:20 to go. Lady Beavers have played much better tonight. In transition, layup too strong that time by Adeline Johnson. And Lily Leitner secures her 5th board, and Scott City can make this a 2-score game with a trip down the floor here. And Chris Irvin will just do that for the line drive shot in the paint, 46-41. 6:03 to go, and Scott City with 7 points already in this fourth quarter. They're to within 5, the closest they have been in quite some time. Schooler leaves that shot short. Rebound, though. Johnson will get a whistle and a foul on Scott City. That'll be their first foul of the second half, or fourth quarter, beg your pardon. Piper Fox, that is, with a foul, her first. Back in is Jayla Herrera for Tonganoxie. She'll replace Kalia Baldock. We're here on KSKL. Scott City off the inbound, shot up, no. And Piper Fox with the rebound for Scott City. Just her 3rd board of the night. 46-41, 5:40 remaining in this one. Up top, Castillo gets it stolen away. As that time, Herrera read it, misses a layup, and the rebound goes to Scott City. Felker is back in there. Off the 16th Scott City turnover there. Now up top to Felker, right side to Valeria Castillo. And a whistle and a foul. That'll be team foul number 2 on Tonganoxie here in the fourth quarter. I believe that'll be on Adeline Johnson. That'll be her 2nd, and it is. Scott City with a chance to pull to within 3 here, at least. 5:22 to go, fourth quarter. New 35 on the shot clock. Kaylee Felker with it. Finds Leitner, but deflected, but picked up by Fox. Goes left to Valeria Castillo. Mid-range jumper too strong. And the rebound, it's going to be a tie-up in the paint. Scott City's going to keep possession of the basketball. So another opportunity here for the Lady Beavers here. Down 5, 5:14 to go. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Inbound in right corner. Fox out high to Valeria Castillo off the screen. Here's Irvin, right corner, 3. A little strong on that one. Rebound to Adeline Johnson for Tonganoxie. 46-41, we're at the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Lady Chieftains with the ball in a 5-point lead. Turning down the 3 that time was Shawnick, but a left wing 3 is launched and airballed and saved into play, but right to Addie Schooler for Tonganoxie. They'll get another crack at it. And a whistle and a blocking foul underneath, and 2 free throws coming up for the 5'3" senior. Second team foul of the fourth quarter on Scott City. Leitner charged with her 2nd personal foul. 2 free throws for Alyssa Shawnick, the 5'3" senior, 4-year starter for the Lady Chieftains. Been a part of the big turnaround of the Tonganoxie program over the last couple years. First of 2 free throws is knocked down, makes it 47-41. 4:49 to go, and Peyton Gentry and Payson Campbell in. Oh, 2 in a row for that. Out is going to be Lily Leitner and Valeria Castillo. Leitner's 9 points off the bench, a new career high for her tonight. 2nd free throw for Shawnick. She's money. They're 5 of 7 from the line, and they have a 7-point lead, 48-41, 4:45 to go. Scott City breaks the full court pressure. Chris Irvin with it. Up top to Kaylee Felker. Right side Now here's Fox trying to weave her way through, tried to get it to Campbell, deflected, and good hands on defense and a turnover by Scott City. Tonganoxie back the other way, but Peyton Gentry steals it back, finds Chris Irvin. Down the floor, they're trying to get it to Piper Fox, and then pushing was Herrera, pushes Fox, stolen away, and the teams will trade turnovers with 4:18 left. So the teams trade turnovers. Scott City now with 18 turnovers on the night. I'll get it into Addie Schooler. She's in the paint. Been in the lane a long time, and a three is launched, rimming in and out, but Schooler with a rebound, and the follow too strong. Rebound goes to Piper Fox, and then she's going to be tied up. It'll still remain Tonganoxie basketball with 3:58 to go, fourth quarter. Schooler working closer to a double-double. She has 9 points and 9 rebounds. Out is going to be Irvin. 3:58 to go, new 35 on the shot clock for Tonganoxie, leading by 7. They've been able to kind of keep Scott City at arm's length. The Lady Beavers had it to within 5 here in this second half. That's the closest they've been able to get it. 20 to shoot. Right wing here driving in is Shawnick. Her floater, good. Oh, man, nice touch on that. That's 30. 50 to 41 with 3:35 to go. I'd be tempted to say, I know it's the second game of the year. I don't know if Scott City will see a guard like her who can do a lot as she does. As she on cue with a steal, and she'll take it all the way. And she misses the runner through contact on the left side. Gentry had the rebound and a steal. Shawnick will pull it back out with 3:16 to go. This is probably one of the more impressive guards Scott City could see earlier or this year, and just the second game of the season. And 3 launched left wing. No, rebound to Kaylee Felker, who snags her second board of the night. And then we're going to get a tie-up. Or no, they're going to say she's out of bounds. Wow. Piper Fox wants an explanation. We're going to get a full timeout taken by Tonganoxie. 3 minutes exactly to go. The Lady Chieftains leading Scott City 50 to 41. Back in a minute. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
Check out Axis Seed Red Barn and see how different we are. As a locally owned independent regional company, we tailor the seed, fertility, and biological products we offer to your farm. Through the Max Yield system, we recommend locally tested solutions because your farm is more local than any set of data from anywhere else. Axis Seed Red Barn. Your farm, your future. That's our focus.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
BBN is brought to you by Lawrence & Associates Realty Incorporated, Good Anesthesia, Elevate You, Lone Tree Farms, Fairleigh Feed Yard, American Implement, Great Western Tire and Deck Mart, Scott Community Foundation.
Committed their 20th turnover. 20 to shoot. They'll dump it in to Addie Schooler. Shot is blocked. A late whistle and a foul. That'll be on Fox. That'll be her second. Scott City's third team foul of the fourth quarter. Addie Schooler working with 9 points and 9 rebounds. With 2 free throws coming up here. Or actually, they're going to get Payson Campbell, I beg your pardon, with the foul, her first, not Fox. But it's still the third Scott City foul of the period. Schooler's free throw knocks it down. Back to a 10-point game, 51-41 with 2:43 to go. Chris Irvin in to replace Campbell. Lady Beavers back with their starting 5 with Peyton Gentry, Piper Fox, Valeria Castillo, Chris Irvin, and Kaylee Felker. Schooler, Melissa Shawnick. And the second free throw too strong, and Irvin collects her 4th rebound of the night. Scott City down 10, 2:38 to go. They may end up losing this game, but it's Gentry fumbles it, picks it back up top to Irvin. She'll try a straightaway 3. It will not bounce in there, and now we're going to get a pushing foul on Adlin Johnson. That's team foul number 3 on Tonganoxie in the period, and the third foul on Johnson, 2:27 to go. But what I'm trying to say is Scott City's playing much better tonight than they were last Friday night against Hoisington. If they played with this amount of energy and ball movement, that could have been a different outcome. Inbound in to Piper Fox. She'll go up, misses it. Rebound, Lily Leitner. She gets ripped away and then stripped out of there by smallest girl on the court, Shawnick. 21st turnover. 2:15 to go in this fourth quarter. Scott City down 10 with the ball. Tonganoxie with the ball, 51-41. But also as well, they called the foul Adlin Johnson earlier. There's no such thing as an over-the-back foul. The scoop shot in and out, but the rebound put up. And Schooler has a double-double unofficially. She'll have 2 more free throws coming her way after she grabbed that offensive board with 1:56 to go. 4th team foul in the fourth quarter on Scott City, and the 4th foul on Kaylee Felker. 1:56 to go. Also, what I was trying to say is it's even in the rule book. There's no such thing as an over-the-back foul. It's a pushing foul, technically. The free throw was good for Schooler. So if you're yelling over the back at a game, you're just sounding foolish. So little words of wisdom there tonight. The more you know, right? First free throw good for Schooler, 52-41. And the second free throw, she leaves it short. Fox tried to save it, and off of her fingertips. And it'll still remain Chieftain basketball with 33 to shoot and 1:54 to go. 52-41 Tonganoxie. Scott City had this to within 46-41. The Lady Chieftains on a 6-0 run. Scott City on one of their 4-minute scoring droughts here. Turnaround jumper up, banked in. It's a 3-point trip for Schooler down the court, 54-41. That's her largest lead, 1:43 to go. And with it now is Kaylee Felker up top here. 1:30 to go. In it goes to Lily Leitner, driving right side, gets it stripped, and another turnover, 22nd, by none other than Shawnick. I swear she's just all over the court here. 80 seconds to go in this one. Tonganoxie's going to go to 2-0. Scott City's going to drop to 0-2 here. First time in 10 years. 11 years, actually. Yeah, 10 years. Here's a steal, but Scott City forces Tonga into their 13th turnover. Final minute of this one. Lady Beavers down 13. They'll be on the consolation side tomorrow, looks like, against Lawrence Free State. Garden City has opened up a 16-point game with 3 minutes to go. Felker will drive in, pull up for her first points of the year, and it will not sneak in. Boy, that was a good look for her. Schooler with the board. Final 48 seconds of this one. 54-41, Lady Chieftains with the lead. Shawnick with it out high. Just dribbling it. Felker guarding her. 35 seconds to go, excuse me. 10 to shoot. Tonganoxie just running off some clock. 5 seconds to shoot. Shawnick with it. 4, 3, and a whistle and a foul. 2 seconds to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up as that was a 2-shot foul. The foul on Peyton Gentry was her 3rd. With 21.2 to go. Team foul number 5. I think that might be the first time tonight either side has gotten to 5 fouls in a period. Shawnick with 30 points tonight. She is 3 of 5 at the line and make it 4 of 6. And 55-41, 21.2 to go. So it'll be Tonganoxie in the semifinals against Garden City at 6:30 tomorrow night. As Tonganoxie is going to clear their bench. Huguenin girls are up big on Coronado, so they'll be in the semifinals as well. Second free throw down for Shawnick, and she'll exit with 32 points as it's 56-41 with 21.2 to go. In for Tonganoxie, you have Adlin Johnson also in there. Lauren Brewer, a 5'10 sophomore for the first time. Here's Piper Fox, left baseline jumper, in and out and back down. She's had a nice night, 21 for her, 56-43 with 8 seconds to go, and a steal into Peyton Gentry, 56-45 with 3 seconds, and that'll be about it here. Final score, 56-45. Scott City will fall here, but 0-2, but I think there's a little bit more positivity coming out of this game tonight. They fall to 0-2. Tonganoxie improves to 2-0. 56-45, Tonganoxie wins it over the Lady Beavers. We'll come back in 3 minutes for your post-game show and more. This is Scott City Basketball.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Axis Seed Red Barn is your locally owned and operated Axis Seed independent regional company, using local data to bring you top-performing seed, fertility, and biological products tested and proven to perform right here in Western Kansas. Axis Seed, your farm and your future. That's our focus.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
The Max Yield System from Axis Seed Red Barn is your customized solution. By utilizing field-specific data, we help you eliminate stress and increase yield through seed, fertility, biological, and crop protection decisions. Our approach is focused on your farm and your future, because as a locally owned business, our focus is on you.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
911, what's your emergency?
This is Circle C Farms, and we got a major situation. Farmers are getting more than just high-quality seeds with Beck's hybrids. There are commitment rewards.
Sir, slow down. Is anyone in danger?
Only if they miss out on early order and quantity discounts and flexible low-rate financing options.
Sir, that's not exactly an emergency.
Are you kidding? Around here, that's big news.
Well, sounds like you're not just planting seed, you're planting a future.
Circle C Farms and Beck Seeds. More than seed. It's family and growing your future.
Jan Screen Printing.
So what items does Plain Jan Screen print?
T-shirts, sweatshirts, towels, koozies, tank tops, tea towels.
Don't forget about the famous Plain Jan gloves.
Hoodies, stocking caps.
So pretty much anything you want your name on.
They can also get pins, cups, flashlights, knives. She talks a lot.
So who can use it?
Ball teams, employee gifts, family reunions, weddings, 4-H events, poker runs.
So call Plain Jans for all your screen print needs.
All right, post-game show once again presented here by Scott City Ace Hardware. Adam Kadavy with you, Rylan Anderson, your studio engineer, back at the Mix 94.5 studios. Scott City falls on the girls' side here, 56-45 to the Tonganoxie Lady Chieftains. As they're 0-2 on the year. Tonganoxie improves to 2-0. Lady Beavers never led in this ball game, but they were within striking distance. But every time they got close, Tonganoxie would make a run. And The final here tonight, 56-45 for Tonganoxie. They were just too much down the stretch here, and they are 2-0 on the season. Final numbers here in tonight's ball game for Tonganoxie. They were led by Lissa Schoenig with 32 points. After that, 13 points, 11 boards unofficially for Addie Schooler, the 6'1 junior. 6 tonight for Jayla Herrera, had a couple threes in that second period. 3 for Adlin Johnson and 2 for Ashlyn Renee for Tonganoxie, as they had just 4 players score tonight unofficially for the Lady Chieftains. They were 9 of 13 from the free throw line. They had 19 turnovers. They had 12 steals, 17 defensive rebounds, 8 offensive boards unofficially, 25 rebounds, and 12 fouls. For Scott City, new career high for Piper Fox with 21 points. After that, a career high 9 for Lily Leitner. She gave Scott City some pretty good minutes here tonight. 7 for Chris Irvin. She's been steady there, 7-7 for her in her first 2 games. Also, 5 tonight from Peyton Gentry. 3 for Valeria Castillo, hit her first career varsity 3. The Leitner's 9 points, a career high for her. Castillo had 8 rebounds unofficially tonight, and that was Scott City's scoring. So for the Lady Beavers, they were just 4 of 7 from the free throw line, just went 1 of 2 at the line in the second half. They had 22 turnovers. They had a total of 10 steals, also 12 fouls, 10, 15, 17 defensive rebounds, 8 offensive boards, 25 rebounds, so the rebounds are pretty even here tonight. Lady Beavers fall in this one tonight by the final of 56-45. They'll play in the afternoon on Friday against the Lawrence Free State Firebirds. That game going final 60-42 for Free State for Garden City, over Lawrence Free State. We'll come back in 2 minutes. We'll begin our boys pregame show with the interview with head coach Brian Gentry. Back in 2 minutes. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Great things are happening at Scott County Hospital. Our team now includes 5 family physicians and 9 advanced practitioners, ready to care for you and your family right here in Southwest Kansas. We're taking new patients, including OB care, and we're here for every stage of life, from welcoming your newest addition to supporting you as you age. Professional, friendly, and close to home. Call Scott County Clinic today. Scott County Hospital, caring for our community because we're part of it.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Welcome back to the Scott Community Events Center. Adam Gadavy with you on Mix 94.5. Your Pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with you and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota.
I'm joined here with Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame. Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. Tough loss for you guys the other night against Hoisington, and looking to balance back to get first win of the year here. But kind of looking back at that game, what did you see that kind of hindered you guys, especially in that second half?
I thought they did a fantastic job of really getting downhill. Some of that was, our pressure, which is it's good, but you can't pressure so much that you're going to get beat. So I thought they did a good job of getting to the basket. A ton of and ones, ton of free throws. I mean that's a recipe for success right there. So we got to do a better job of keeping guys in front of us and just understanding the situation of the game, whether we're in foul trouble or not, or they're shooting 2 free throws. So just be a little bit smarter. And then on the offensive side, I want to see our guards attack a lot more. I want to see them get into the paint, not necessarily for their own shot, but to get those kick out threes that we talk about. So a lot of things that I thought our guys did well, but still a ton of things to clean up.
There were a lot of positives there in that first game there, and I think what you saw from some of your guard play, and Avery kind of continued to do his, and Junior really stepped up in a big role, and you had some good play from your post players, whoever you had down there. I think you had to like some of the pieces that you have put together there, and they're just going to continue to grow.
Yeah, they are. They're a good group. I mean, they're their mind and their heart's in the right spot. They want to be good. They want to be good for their teammates. They work after practice for quite a while every day. So, we're in a good spot as far as our work ethic, and we are going to continue to get better. We talk about hunting the paint, but Avery and Junior have to hunt their shot. They've got to be seeking that opportunity to pull the trigger. And I thought, Avery, to an extent, probably waited too long. You saw him, late third, early fourth, really just start looking for a shot, and was able to knock down 4 in that second half. So he's got to do that, but he's got to do it as soon as they throw the ball up to start the game.
Once again, it is Coach Brian Gentry here pregame tonight. It's Scott City taking on Tonganoxie, the Chieftains, a team that's 0-1. They had a first half lead as well, and fell by 3 to Lewisburg on Friday night. You take a look at this team, and I think they're kind of got a lot of new faces on their squad as well. But boy, do they have some pretty big players.
Yeah, they've got some length, that's for sure. Most of the teams we're going to play in this, next 3 days are going to have that as well. So we've got to do a really good job with, help side defense, making them do something that they don't want to do. We've got to attack that, and the way that we attack the big is to push the pace, make those guys run up and down the floor, and play our style of basketball. So, it's going to start with their guard. Number 23 is very, very good. He's crafty. A lot of moves, plays off 2 feet, very balanced, can shoot it, and so he's everything that you kind of want out of a point guard, and he's got the ability to score. So it's going to be a tough task, slowing him down, and Zero, he's a big boy, so we've got to be a solid collective unit out there. All 5 guys have to swarm around that ball, and then we've got to rebound to finish the possession. That's easier said than done, but I think we did a good job with our guards rebounding, especially Drew, and all those guys have the capability of doing it, and now they got to just go put it in action.
Night number 1 of the Round Ball Classic here as Scott City takes on the Tonganoxie Chieftains from the Frontier League, and Coach Brian Gentry joins me here pregame. Coach, thanks for the time, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver coach Brian Gentry. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with you and Berta Benz and Scott City and Leota. More to come in pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of your matchup. Also bring you starters, keys to the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Words like history and tradition are often used to describe the Scott City Beavers. With their roots in farming, NAU Country Insurance Company and Western Kansas Insurance have been built on these principles as well. We sit in the farmer's shoes and know both the risk and rewards of farming. With a long and trusted history in the crop insurance industry, WKIS and NAU Country are top-rated for financial strength and stability. Contact Western Kansas Insurance at 620-872-5866 today. NAU Country Insurance Company and Western Kansas Insurance are equal opportunity providers.
Needle and Grandpa have you covered.
We all know know the weather in western Kansas changes daily, and that's why your Ream specialist, Faro Heating and Cooling, is there for prompt quality service. Faro Heating and Cooling services all brands for tube heaters, gas fireplaces, gas piping, and sheet metal. They service residential and commercial units. For repairs or estimates, call 620-872-3508 or visit them at 910 West 5th Street in Scott City. Faro Heating and Cooling proudly supports the Scott City Beavers.
Go Beavers! Richards Financial Services at 106 East 6th Street in Scott City is once again pleased to be a Booster Club sponsor for the Scott Community High School Beavers and a proud sponsor of Beaver Sports on KSKL. We are looking forward to another exciting and spirit-filled year of sports, academics, and activities in Beaver Nation. Go Big Blue!
Scott County is a great place to live, work, and raise a family. That's why the Scott County Development Committee is here to help local businesses, entrepreneurs, and the community as a whole to grow. There are many different opportunities in Scott City to expand business growth and development. To find out more on what the Scott County Development Committee can do for you, call Nicole at 620-872-3525 Extension 2 or see her at 811 South Main Street in Scott City.
All right, we're back here inside the Scott Community Event Center here as we're going to get you warmed up here for the boys' game. We'll try to sneak in an interview as well with Coach Justin Fro here in a moment here, but I think he's done talking with his team here. But Beavers, Lady Beavers losing earlier tonight. The girls' brackets are set up on the semifinals tomorrow night. The top half would be Garden City and Tonganoxie in the championship, and Ottawa and Hugoton. Ottawa defeating Lakin girls 62-40. So Lawrence Free State, Scott City, and Lakin and Coronado on the back side of that bracket. As Scott City falls on the girls' side, let's focus our attention to the boys' game. That should be a treat here tonight between these programs. First ever meeting, Scott City playing a Frontier League opponent for the first time since 2014. They've played Eudora, all in the state tournaments, by the way. Eudora was their opponent in 2014. Of course, you remember the freshman Mitchell Ballack, who played at Creighton. He was on that state championship team. His older brother and also a Downing on that Eudora team. Spring Hill, they beat them in the 2006 state tournament, did Scott City, en route to their state championship in Class 4A. And then Baldwin in the third place game would fall to them in 2000 in the third place game in Class 4A. So first time meeting a Frontier League team since 2014. Other teams in that league, you get, you mentioned Lewisburg, you get Ottawa, Spring Hill, I mentioned Paola, Eudora, Lewisburg, Bonner Springs. I think I've repeated some a few times, but so be it. Anyways, we will get to, hold on just. Justin Fro, I guess you get to stand. Somebody stole your chair, man.
That's all right.
All right. Well, Coach, as we're back here, Beavers, Lady Beavers fall. Coach, I know it was a tough loss for you guys here, but just kind of looking back, I thought you had to feel a little bit better about yourselves tonight after last Friday night.
Yeah, I thought that we looked, in terms of just complete game, I thought that we're making steps in the right direction. I thought offensively we looked a lot better than we did last week, but we still have some things we need to correct just in terms of slowing ourselves down sometimes. I think we get a little sped up on the offensive side. But, our aggressiveness on the offensive side was great tonight. We just got to pick and choose our battles there. We need to find a happy medium in terms of when we got to be aggressive, when we need to work the ball a little bit more. I thought we did a better job of working the offense, but still to the point where, not as much as I would like us to. So I think if we can get that figured out and find the happy medium there, then we'll be a lot better. And then defensively, we played hard. Give them credit. They have a really good team. They have a lot of good shooters. They're tough to guard down low, but still little things, boxing out. We can't just turn and watch shots as they go up. We got to go find someone and box them out. So that way we're not getting, second chance opportunities for them. And then, you got to play through the whistle. Whatever does happen there, you get a call, you don't get a call, you got to keep playing regardless of, how the game's going for you. And then, don't shoot ourselves in the foot early on. Yeah. Come out to a little better start there to where we're not battling back the entire game. and then chip away a little bit at a time to where we don't have to hopefully have that 10 to 12 point gap there late into the game. And maybe it's, a couple possessions like a 6-4 or 2 somewhere in there.
For a while, it felt like it was a future Tabor Blue Jay jamboree with Sean at girl for Tonganoxie scoring and then Piper Fox scoring all your points early on.
Well, I guess that's why they're getting recruited to go to the next level, They're both really good players. They showcased that tonight, and we knew that we were going to be in for a battle in terms of, trying to guard them. And hopefully, I thought Piper did an outstanding job of being aggressive and taking it to them down low and, hunting for a shot on the outside as well. So I think that she's just kind of showing how versatile her game can be, and I think that there's more to come as we continue to knock the rust off. But, as a whole, I think that there's a lot of people that have stepped up in these first 2 games for us, and as long as we can continue to cut down on the mistakes each game moving forward, we'll get to where we need to be.
Yeah, one of those was Lily Leitner. Came off the bench, had 9 points, new career high for her, and 7 rebounds, and she's really taken a step in the positive direction from game 1 to game 2.
Absolutely. And, you have zero question about what kind of energy you're going to get out of that kid. Her hustle is always going to be there. She's always going to be going 100 miles an hour. And I think that she's just scratching the surface in terms of her offensive capabilities. I think that she's still hesitant and kind of pulling back in terms of how aggressive she can be and showing everyone, what she's capable of. So I think there's more to come from her. I think she's just getting started, and, I'm excited to watch her continue to grow and keep getting better, and proud of the way that she's stepped up for us this year so far, and I'm excited to see what can continue to come.
Well, quick turnaround, and it's an afternoon game tomorrow when it's going to be Lawrence Free State, and here we go, round 2. Garden City really pulled away from them and won that one by over 20 points tonight, but big 6A school, an opportunity tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, another opportunity for a game here, quick turnaround, which is okay. You get that good tournament feel in terms of actual bracket play this year, so that's nice to have, but going to have to, watch a little bit of film and get ready to go so that way we can put another good game out there on the floor.
Coach, once again, appreciate the time, and I guess we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Adam.
All right, comments from Coach Justin Froh here as Lady Beavers fall earlier here. Let's take a look at real quick kind of a breakdown of this boys game with Tonganoxie and Scott City. As Tonganoxie's led this year by Lachlan McRae. He's a 5'10 senior. He had 27 points, and he does it wearing a mask over his face to protect his nose. And he hit 4 threes, but he's one that'll drive to the basket, 9 of 22 shooting. Also, Luke Brewer, a 6'6 senior. They elect to him. Nolan, we're a 6'2 senior team that returns 3 seniors to the lineup this year. That was 5 and 16. They lost to Rock Creek in the sub-state first round. Scott City had a great start, but not a good finish against Hoisington last week. Hoisington would take the lead in third quarter, never look back, and would fall in that one by the count of 62-55. So it'll be see what steps Scott City can make here from game 1 to game 2. Is kind of hurried right into the starting lineups right here already, as we will get that real quickly here. Your starting lineups. And let's get your starting lineups once again presented here by Security State Bank. For the Tonganoxie Chieftains, they are coached by second-year head man Casey Simmons. He's a Cheney alum, 5 and 16 in his first year. I'll start Luke Brewer, a 6'6 senior, 15 points, 7 rebounds on 7 of 8 shooting last week. Kipton Harder, a 5'10 sophomore, 4 points and 5 rebounds in game 1. Also, Nolan McGuire, a 6'2 senior, 12 points, 7 rebounds the other night. Lachlan McRae, a 5'10 senior, 27 points, 6 dimes. He dished out for Tonganoxie last week. For Scott City, coached by Brian Gentry in his 10th season, it'll be Brody Steckline, the 6'3 junior, 4 points and 2 rebounds a game. Avery Radke, a 6' senior, 16 points and 5 boards a contest. Also, Drew Metzger, the 6' junior, at 2 points and 8 rebounds, a career-high 8 boards. Cooper Irvin, the 5'9 sophomore, 3 points, 2 rebounds. And Junior Mesa, the 6' junior, 20 points, career-high for him on Friday night last week. Those are your starting lineups, once again presented here by Security State Bank. Onward, keys of the game here presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout, where you go with the proven winner. Keys tonight for Scott City, I think you have to go downhill a little bit here against Tonganoxie here tonight. That's the first key. See if you can get their bigs into some foul trouble here. Second key tonight for Scott City, I think you got to keep the tempo up. I think they slowed down a little bit, and that favored Hoisington the other night. I think keep the tempo up. That's going to be a key tonight here for Scott City. Jesse Colson, also Eric Dysinger, and also your third official here tonight is Adam Albers. Scott City in the home whites tonight. Tonganoxie in the road black uniforms. Brody Steckline and Luke Brewer. Tip center. Scott City wins the not so pretty tap, and we're underway. Tonganoxie opens up in a man defense off the screen. Irvin pump fakes on a deep three. Goes right to Junior Mesa. Turns down the three. Drives in. Now finds Avery Radke for a three. Right wing splash. Coach Gentry alluded in the pregame he needs to get going early, and he did just that. 7:38 to go first quarter. Scott City with the first points of the night, leading 3-0. The Beavers are in a man defense. Tonganoxie up top, driving in. Here's McCray at the foul line. Flips it over to his right to Owen Seba. Seba with it. And McCray now pump fake with it. Here is Nolan McGuire. In the paint, he loses it. Scott City had it. Now they do. Metzger keeps it. Turnover number one. Then it's deflected, and it's going to be tied up, and it's going to stay Tonganoxie basketball right in front of the Scott City bench as they applaud the effort there. So the teams will trade turnovers here with 7:11 to go first quarter. 3-0 Scott City with the early advantage. 31 to shoot for the Chieftains. Winner plays at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. The loser plays at 5 o'clock either against Garden City or Lawrence Free State. That game set to tip off shortly. Steele, here's Radke. Layup, and he has all 5 of Scott City's points. 7:05 to go first period. 5-0 your score. The Beavers with a hot start here. Pajama night in the student section. Some of them are wearing them unless they wear jeans to bed. And they may. Now at the elbow left, here's Nolan McGuire. Elbow jumper's good. 5-2 Tonganoxie on the board. 6:46 to go first period. Here's the Beavers with the ball up by 3 after Tonganoxie scores their opening points of the night. Whistle, foul away from the ball. That'll be on Scott City, they'll say, says Jesse Colson. Team foul number 1 on the Beavers. Brody Steckline whistle for the foul. First foul. Tonganoxie with the ball, 5-2 Beaver lead. We're 90 seconds in. A lot of activity already here, and we have about 30.5 minutes to go. Here's a pull-up jumper, too strong for Brewer. Rebound into the hands of Scott City with Mesa. In the front court go the Beavers, up 5-2. From the auxiliary gym, Junior Mesa drains a 3, and it's 8-2. 6:11 to go first quarter. Timeout. It's a 30-second affair for Coach Casey Simmons and the Tonganoxie Chieftains. 8-2 Scott City advantage. And we've played nearly 2 minutes. Basketball presented here by Platinum H Insurance, Plain Jans. Also Perfect Auto Detailing, Pioneer Communications, New Life Market, Norder Supply, Miller Veterinary Clinic. Also Midwest Mixer, Metzger Family Farms, Lone Tree Farms and Livestock, Lebanon and Tree Jackson, Legal Group, JF Beaver Advertising. So Scott City off to a hot start, shooting 3 of 3 from the field with 6:11 to go first quarter, and it's 8-2 for Scott City. Out of the 30-second Chieftain timeout, they have the ball in the half court set with McCray. Dumps it to the right elbow. That's to Owen Seba. Pull up right baseline jumper too strong for McCray. Scott City can't hang on to the ball, and it'll be Tonganoxie ball with a second off the shot clock and 5:56 in the first period on the game clock. 8-2 Scott City, hot shooting 3 of 3. Tonganoxie 1 of 3. With it here is Owen Seba. And now they work it over left side to Lachlan McCray, who gets a screen, a little pick and roll action. His runner crawls off. 2 Beavers fight for it. Metzger wrestles it away from Irvin. 8-2 Scott City with the lead in the ball as they push it across. 5.5 to go first period. Cooper Irvin ball fake. Now we'll put it on the floor. Use up his dribble. Finds Avery Radke to Drew Metzger. Metzger looking, surveying up top to Mesa. Pump fakes on the 3. drives in, right lane line, dishes it right corner. Metzger will try a three, too strong, and the rebound backside into the hands of Nolan McGuire. So first miss from the floor for Scott City. As quickly back the other way, missed layup for Seba. Rebound fought for. It's going to be Scott City ball on the possession arrow. 5:13 left in this first period. First Tonganoxie substitute, Luke McCray, a 5'7" sophomore, in to replace Kipton Harder. So I just got word here from fan listening that Owen Seba, his parents are both from Leota, so kind of a homecoming, I guess you could say, back to Western Kansas for him. From Tonganoxie to Leota there. That's a pretty good track there for the holidays, right? 5 minutes to go first quarter. Here's Junior Mesa, steps back, pump fakes on the three. Wanted to fire it over the 6'6" Brewer, but decided not to. Driving in, Irvin, right baseline. Here is Metzger, uses up a dribble. Back up top to Irvin, 10 to shoot. Irvin will drive in. Bounce pass, good position for Steckline. Wrap around left corner. Here's a three on the way, too strong. But the Metzger follow underneath the rim. Had a good look at it, and the rebound into the hands of Tonganoxie. 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Scott City rips it away. Third turnover on the Chieftains. Also Scott City's third steal. Entry fitted in the Steckline. Turns around and puts it up. The southpaw crawls off. Rebound Avery Radke. Scott City aggressive on the boards. And Radke with 7. It's 10-2. 4:12 to go first period. He has his first board. Scott City crashing the boards hard here in the early going. Already have 4 rebounds. They've doubled up the rebound total early on. Halfway through the first quarter, Seba takes it strong to the rack and lays it up 10-4, 3:58 to go first period. And I'm sure Dustin Hughes, being a Leota native as well, had to say that name correctly over the PA system. 3:48 to go first period. Here's Mesa penetrating left lane line, swatted out of there, but they're going to get the hack on Seba in disbelief, his first. That is their first team foul. And Mesa, who did not go to the foul line Friday night last week, will have a couple of cracks at it. He has 3 points here in the first quarter. Scott City struggled at the line last Friday night. They only attempted 11 free throws and hit 4 of them. First to 2 here for Junior, the 6-foot junior. Crawls in, he has 4. 11-4 Scott City, 3:44 to go here in the opening period as Scott City makes some subs. Mickey Gossman in, the 6'4 junior, enters for the first time. Also in there is Ethan Froh, a 6'1 junior, as Brody Steckline and also Cooper Irvin will sit down. Second free throw up and in. 12-4. Scott City up by 8 here in the early going. Hot shooting for the Beavers. McCray brings it across. McGuire now out is Bodie Masluk, a 5'7 sophomore, in for the first time as well for Tonganoxie. Scott City leads by 8, under 3.5 to go. Pump fake, and here's a 3. In and out that time. Rebound bounced around, and good hustle by Lachlan McRae. That's him on the 3 again. Rebound, no. That was Masluk who actually got it out of bounds. It'll belong to the Scott City Beavers. Off the miss. 12-4. Tonganoxie just 2 of their first 8 from the field. Scott City, 4 of their first 8 here. 2 of 2 from the line. Mickey Gossman holds it at the foul line, gives it to him. Taraki gets a screen. 3. Count it! He has 10 already in the period, and it's 15-4, under 3 to go first quarter. Now here's an answer back 3. Luke McCray buries it. His first 3 of the year, and it's 15-7 with 2:50 to go in the opening stanza. It's Tonganoxie with a big answer back 3 there to end a 5-0 Scott City run. Scott City scored their points in 5s here. Mickey Gosman, nice, strong move. High up the glass. Good footwork. He's on the board, 17-7. 2.5 to go first quarter. If he can continue that, he's going to be lethal for Scott City down the stretch. Tonganoxie may have gotten away the walk and a steal. Good job by Metzger. Tonganoxie with their 4th turnover in transition. Scott City up by 10. Entry feed into Gossman toward the right baseline. Backs his way in on the 6'6 Brewer. Pump fakes, goes around him. Shot is blocked. Good job by Brewer holding his ground and collects his first rebound of the night. In transition, layup, and that crawls off from McCray. Rebound Scott City. 2 minutes to go first quarter. 17-7. Scott City leading the ball. Right side, here's Ethan Froh. Around the screen up top now. Mesa will penetrate, pulls up at the right elbow, and knocks it down. He has 7. 19-7. Timeout. Tonganoxie wants a full 1:51 to go first quarter. The Beavers shooting well, up by 12. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Protect your bottom line with crop insurance from Farm Bureau Financial Services. Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City and Leota can help you select the right federal crop and crop hail insurance.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
City trailing 8-0 to Lawrence Free State in the first quarter. On the other quarterfinal matchup, the opponent, or now kicking it out of bounds, is going to be Tonganoxie's Bodie Maslick. That is turnover number 5 on the Chieftains. Mesker exits, and in is Aiden Tarango, the 5'7" sophomore, for the first time. So Coach Brian Gentry has already played 3 off his bench here in the first quarter, as we're under 100 seconds remaining in the opening stanza. Mesa with 7 points. Up top, here's Avery Radke, right side to Aiden Tarango. Lob into Mickey Gossman, backs his way in. Up and under move, and pivot. Oh, they're going to call him for travel. I guess he picked up the wrong foot that time, and turnover number 3, as Lachlan McRae, in a mismatch that time, held his ground. He wears the face mask, does McRae. Probably a broken nose, be the assumption. Under 90 or 80 seconds to go first quarter. Entry feed to the right block to Seba. He'll turn around and bank shot too strong over Mesa, but rebound to Maslick, and Tonganoxie with another opportunity, and they'll get a 3 too strong for McRae. And another Chieftain board. They have 4 offensive boards and a layup, no, but a foul. And Seba will get 2 free throws. So Mickey Gossman picks up his first. Scott City's second team foul. Minimal amount of foul calls are in this first quarter. Maslick did not attempt a free throw on Friday night last week against the Lewisburg Wildcats in a 63-60 Lewisburg win. Free throw number 1 is good. As a team, Lewisburg was 7 of 12 at the line, and it's 19-8. As I'll bring back in Luke Brewer, the big 6'6" senior. Also in is going to be Brendan Cook for the first time for Scott City, the 6'3" senior for Gossman. Also another sub in for the Chieftains. I believe that was Nolan McGuire. Second charity toss pending for the 6'4" junior. A 2 strong rebound, Junior Mesa with the second board of the night. Final minute of this first period. 19-8. Scott City up top. Working around left side to Aiden Tarango. He'll try a guarded 3. A little strong. Ethan Froh grabs the board. Scott City resets. Mesa from downtown. Yes. He has 10, and it's 22-8, 40 seconds to go first quarter. Nice hustle that time by Froh, getting the offensive rebound and the kick out. There's about 8-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Seba's rebound, or layup, no. Cook grabs the board. Scott City, if they want to, can go for the final shot with 25 seconds to go first quarter. But they're going to be aggressive, and they'll launch a 3, and Ethan Froh short on it. McRae grabs his second board for the Chieftains. 15 seconds to work first quarter, 22-8. Scott City hot shooting. Up by 14. 10 seconds to work. With it, here's McRae. Goes to his right. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2 seconds. 1 second. Seba has to launch a 3. He misses it wide. And that's the end of your first quarter. Scott City, the 22-point outburst in the first quarter. 2 already in double figures. They lead by 14 after 1. Back in a minute for the second quarter. This is Beaver basketball.
Fairleigh Feed Yard in Scott City takes pride in being part of Kansas's cattle feeding industry and is constantly aware of the specific needs of today's cattlemen. You can expect
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Had 2 players of 3 points, Owen Sieba and then Luke McCrae, who hit their lone 3. Scott City 4 of 6 from downtown, and Tonganoxie 1 of 6. So they're going to reset the shot clock to 24, 7:49 to go first half. Second year of the shot clock in Kansas, and it's been welcome. Here's up top a 3 for Kipton Harder. Deadens off the back iron and drops home for his second 3 of the year. 22-11, 7:41 to go first half. The Tonganoxie back to within 11. Scott City's first possession of the ball in the second period of play. I go over left side, Ethan Furrow with it. 20 to shoot, plenty of time, drives in, and he loses it out of bounds. That is Scott City's 4th turnover of the first half. Back over it goes to the Chieftain boys, First minute of the second quarter, 22-11. Scott City lead. Tongi with the ball. Reed Felker to make his season debut at the scorers table next time up. Lachlan McCrae now left wing. Here's a 3. Short, long rebound. Aiden Tarango for Scott City. McGuire threw up that 3, couldn't get it to go. Beavers been doing good on the glass. Now Brennan Cook backing his way in. Kicks it left corner to Radke for a corner 3. Short. Ball knocked around, and Tarango with it for Scott City. Grabs his second board. Scott City resets. 6:50 to go second period. Junior Mesa with it up top. Late on the pass, and it's going to be stolen away, and an easy layup, and that is good for McGuire. He has 4, and it's 22-13. So Tonganoxie with 4 points to start out this second quarter. Now another turnover out high. Back-to-back turnovers for Scott City, and a layup is good once again by McGuire, and it's 22-15. Brian Gentry wants time with 6:30 to go first half. 7-0 run in the first 90 seconds of the period, and Tonganoxie right back into this game at 22-15. Basketball presented here by J&R Trucking, J&R Car and Truck, HRC Feed Yards, Amy Farms, High Choice Feeders, Great Western Tire, Deckmar, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services, Fro Electric, Fro Ag Service, Fro Heating and Cooling, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, and First National Bank. Well, Tonganoxie on a 7-0 run in the second quarter. They forced back-to-back Scott City turnovers in the process, and they pulled to within 22-15. Brian Gentry, sensing the rally, burns a timeout. Be Scott City ball out of the timeout. They bring back in some subs here. It's Avery Radke, also, and there's Cooper Irvin, Drew Metzger, Reed Felker making his season debut. The 6-foot junior did not play his sophomore year. Coach said he would probably get some time here. And also Brody Steckline out there. Out of the screen, here's Reed Felker. Nice cut to the basket by Metzger. Kicks it back out to Felker. Pump fakes on the 3. Now uses up one dribble whistle. Oh, we got a 3-second lane violation on Scott City. 3 consecutive turnovers. I'll be honest, that's interesting because going back to the girls' game, it felt like at times Tonganoxie was camping in the paint there with no 3-second lane violation, but you have to play through it. Tonganoxie on an 8-0 run here in the first couple minutes of the second quarter. They're back to within 7. With it is Lachlan McRae. He has not scored, and then Irvin just rips it right out of his hands. 6 Chieftain turnover. Metzger layup, good. He has his first basket of the night, 24-15, 5:50 to go first half. Good transition that time by the Beavers to end the 7-0 Chieftain run. Off the screen, here's a 3 straight away. McRae buries it. His first 3 of the night. His 5th of the year, and it's 24-18, 5:36 to go first half as they're on a 10-2 run here in the first 2.5 minutes of the quarter. Reed Felker with it up top. One dribble, wanted the backdoor cut, but that was guarded well enough. Now it goes here to Avery Radke. Back up top to Brody Steckline. Steckline drives to his left. Drives into Felker. Ball fake, 15 to shoot. Uses up a dribble entry feed into Steckline. Looking for a cutter. Now goes to his left. Gets fouled going up as he gets hacked, and McGuire fouls for the first time. Team foul number 2, or 1 of the period. Only the second foul of the ball game on Tonganoxie with 5:11 to go first half. Steckline, his first trip to the line this year. Lawrence Free State, early in the second quarter, is leading Garden City 14-2. 2 free throws for Steckline. He had 4 points, 2 boards on Friday night against Hoisington here. And hits the lip of the rim and drops home. Makes this one a 25-18 Beaver lead. As Junior Mesa in to replace Avery Radke, get a little breather. It's kind of interesting how Scott City's going to rotate here this weekend with 3 games in 3 days. Got to save the legs here. Second charity toss. They're going to wave it off. He went over the free throw line. So it remains 25-18. It takes a point off the board to boot. 5:10 to go second quarter. It's been a 10-3 run here for Tonganoxie. They have hit 4 of their first 5 shots of this period after ice cold in the first quarter. They take advantage of some turnovers, and their hot shooting continues as McGuire drains a 3. He has 7 in the period. It's 25-21, 4:52 to go first half. Scott City back the other way. Irvin might have been partially blocked, and rebound into the hands of Lachlan McRae. In transition, layup, and it's a 2-point game. 25-23. Kipton Harder with 5 points in this quarter, and all of a sudden it's a 15-3 run here in the first 3.5 minutes. Felker with it, backs his way in, pivots, needs help, finds it up top to Junior Mesa. 4:25 to go here in the second quarter. Now driving in, and that time Irvin is hacked, and he's going to get 2 free throws coming up. Second team foul of the period on Tonganoxie. No, they're going to call a turnover? What? He got fouled on that. My goodness, what a tough break for Scott City. And Tonganoxie on a 15-3 run with the ball, 4:10 to go second quarter. I'll be honest, I'm confused on that one. Left side, McGuire penetrates, and we are tied. It's a 17-3 run, 25 all, 4 minutes to go first half. Our first tie of the night. Entry feed into Steckline. Gets bumped with no contact, and the shot is good for Steckline. He has 3. It's 27-25 with 3:50 to go first half. Going left side up top with it here. Number 10 for Tonganoxie. Don't have his name. And now ball poked away. It'll still stay Chieftain ball with 18 to shoot. I'll be honest, I was confused about that because it looked like Irvin got hacked and they called a turnover on Scott City. A 3:33 to go first half. And now off the inbounds through the hands of a Chieftain, and good job by Brody Steckline deflecting the ball out of bounds. But the Chieftains of Tonganoxie will have 14 to shoot. 27-25, Scott City, who had a 14-point lead after 1, saw Tonganoxie tie it up moments ago. The Beavers did retake the lead here momentarily. 3:20 to go second quarter. And pull up in the paint, and it's good for McRae. He has 5, and we're tied again, 27. 3:16 to go first half. A little combination of the hot shooting by Scott City, the cold shooting by Tonganoxie, and Tonganoxie coming out to play in this second quarter, forcing 3 Scott City turnovers. The Beavers now have 4 in the period. 3 minutes to go first half, 15 to shoot, and a whistle, a foul away from the ball. Got a push. That's now the second team foul on the Chieftains this period. They're going to get that on Luke Brewer, the 6'6 senior, his first. He is a wide body underneath as Mickey Gossman in for Cooper Irvin with 2:58 to go second quarter and a new 35 on the shot clock for the Beavers, tied at 27. A 19-5 run here in this first 5 minutes of the period by Tonganoxie. Off a screen, here's Mesa. Pump fakes in the left corner, three. Now, Metzger loses it as a kind of a bad pass, and Scott City commits turnover number 8. 27's on the board. 2:48 to go second quarter. In the front court, Lachlan McRae, who's hit his first 2 shots of the period. Wraparound pass. Here's McGuire. He's been the odd end in this second quarter. He has 9 points in the period, and a 3 for the lead is good for McRae, and it's 30-27. Tonganoxie, 2.5 to go second quarter. They're on a 22-5 run in this second quarter for their first lead of the night. 2:20 to go first half. Steckline turns down the 3, drives in left lane, pump fake, bank shot, yes, and 1. He has 5, and that ties his career high on varsity and pulls the Beavers to within 1 with 2:19 to go second quarter. That's on Nolan McGuire, his second, and team's third of the period. Scott City yet to commit a foul, as that'll be Owen Sieba to return to the Chieftain lineup to replace McGuire, who has 11 points this half. Steckline for the tie, rimming in. He has 6 on this period, our third time. We're evened up at 30s. Both teams have had a 22-8 run in a period. It's 22-8 and that's going to be a moving screen on Tonganoxie. Interesting there. That's team foul number 4 on the Chieftains, and the second on Owen Sieba. With 2:12 to go second quarter, he'll exit. And back in is Bodie Maslek. Okay, so number 10 is actually Jack Reichman, and we got a whistle. We got an intentional foul underneath, we believe here. With 2:07 to go second quarter. It must be on Tonganoxie. He was away from the ball off the inbounds, and the official underneath the baseline made the call. Intentional foul on Kipton Harder. That'll be his first. And so we're going to get free throws coming up here for Scott City for Avery Radke. 2:07 to go. That's way away from the ball. That was kind of an unusual call there. So it looks like Scott City's kind of calmed the storm here for a moment here with 2:07 to go first half, as they have a chance to retake the lead here. Radke with 10 points on the first quarter, and he cannot hit that free throw. Scott City was 4 of 4 prior to that free throw. Feel bad I didn't even give the broadcaster jinx, but he hits that one and gives Scott City the lead back 31-30. 2:07 to go second quarter. And it'll be Scott City's ball, the new 35-second shot clock. And Coach Casey Simmons wanted the explanation, gets it a couple of times. The Beavers will get the ball underneath their own basket with now a 1-point lead, and Avery Radke with 11 points to lead the Beavers. He has it up top to Metzger. And now they're going to say an offensive foul away from the ball on Brody Steckline. And now they're really starting to kind of take control of the fighting underneath here on both sides. Steckline's second foul. Team foul number 1 of the period, and turnover back to Tonganoxie, who's down by 1 with 2:04 to go second period. So Steckline exits. Ethan Froh re-enters. And now left corner, Tonganoxie almost throws it away. It's saved into play, a 3, too strong. Bounced up and almost tipped in by Brewer. And then Tonganoxie saves it, and here's McRae with another 3, too strong. Rebound, Metzger has it as they hit the deck. I think that's going to, they're going to call a travel on a collision in midair. Metzger caught it, collision in midair, and then a travel. All righty. Back to the action, 1:41 and a whistle. The officials are really getting into this one here, and Luke Brewer with his second foul. and team foul number 6 in the period on Tonganoxie. So the second foul, Luke Brewer, the 6'6 senior, off the inbound. Scott City's ball up 1. I think the officials are trying to tone it down here a little bit as we're down to the final 90 seconds of the half. Scott City 31-30 for Tonganoxie. Radke for 3, you betcha! He has his 14th point, his third triple, 34-30. 1:24 to go first half, and Scott City on a 7-0 run, and it's 34-30 Beavers. Brian Gentry trying to plot his team for defense. Here's a floater in the paint. No from Brewer. Rebound, Tonganoxie gets it harder. Blocked that time, and here's Mesa with the board. 7-0 Scott City run. Final minute of this half. Here's a 3 for Mesa, short. Rebound into the hands of Lachlan McCray. He already has his 4th rebound. Final minute of this half. Scott City up by 4. Ball ricochets off the hands that time of Jack Reichman, the sophomore, and turnover for Tonganoxie. In for the Chieftains is going to be Luke McCray. He'll replace Jack Reichman. 53 seconds to go second quarter. Scott City on a 7-0 run. They've weathered a big run by Tonganoxie. And Ethan Froh with it, 34-30 Beavers. Mickey Gossman up top with it, looking inside. 20 to shoot. With it is Scott Metzger with it from Junior Mesa. 15 to shoot. Out to Ethan Froh out high. Down to 10 to shoot. He'll drive in, lobs it into Gossman, catches it, kicks it right corner to Metzger. Open for a triple, rims out. Rebound, Mickey Gossman with it. Backing his way in, gets it stripped out of his hands, picks it back up. 20 seconds go. Now Ethan Froh with another opportunity. That one's no good. Rebound, Gossman with another board. Kicks it out, Mesa. He lets the defender go by, shoots a deep 2 and buries it. 36-30 with 8 seconds to go first half. That was a great possession by the Beavers. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Here's a 3. No for Lachlan McGray. And we have reached intermission. Scott City closes the final 2:19 of the second quarter on a 9-0 run and lead it by 6 at the break, 36-30. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with your halftime show. This is Beaver Basketball.
At First National Bank of Scott City, we look forward to helping you manage your finances with our quick, secure, and
On the farm, every decision matters. You wouldn't trust a doctor to give your family a one-size-fits-all prescription, and seed shouldn't be one-size-fits-all either. At Circle C Farms, we've partnered with Beck's, America's largest family-owned seed company serving farmers for 5 generations. With Beck's, you get more than seed. You get commitment rewards, early order, and quantity discounts with flexible, low-rate financing options. Circle C Farms and Beck's, family to family, growing the future together.
There's some reason we're all here. To create an amazing experience for each life we touch. If we look closely, we might just see there's something about you amazing people. These amazing drinks served this amazingly fast. There's just something about Scooter's Coffee.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Faro Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Faro Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
It's time for the Precision Ag and Seed Halftime Show. Precision Ag and Seed is a proud supporter of all Scott City activities.
Back here inside the Scott Community Event Center here at halftime, it is Scott City 36. The Chieftains of Tonganoxie 30 here at the break. Back here, once again, Adam, good evening with you. Ryan Anderson, your student engineer, back at the Mix 94.5 studios. Kind of a wild first half. Scott City jumped out to a 22-8 lead after the first quarter, and then Tonganoxie went on a 22-5 run of their own and led 30-27. That was their first lead with 2:37 to go first half, and then Scott City closed out with the final 9 points of the half to take a 36-30 intermission lead here. First half scoring looks like this for Tonganoxie. Nolan McGuire, the 6'2 senior, led the way with 11 points. 8 for Lachlan McGray, all in the second quarter. Also, 5 for Kipton Harder on back-to-back shots in the second quarter. 3 for Luke McCray off the bench. That was in the first quarter. And Owen Seba added 3 points as well for the Chieftains of Tonganoxie. They had a total of 7 fouls in the first half, 9 turnovers, 3 steals, had 10 total rebounds, 5 defensive, 5 offensive unofficially. For the Scott City Beavers in the first half, 14 for Avery Radke, 12 for Junior Mesa. A new career high in the first half already for Brody Steckline. He had 6. 2 for Drew Metzger and 2 for Mickey Gossman. The Beavers had 10 turnovers in that first half. 3 fouls. They had 7 defensive rebounds, 7 offensive boards, for a total of 14 rebounds unofficially. We'll come back with some other first half stats here later in your first half. Scott City 36, Tonganoxie 30 here at intermission. We'll take another 3-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
The Scott Cooperative Association is proud to serve our members with 8 convenient elevator locations, a full-service petroleum department with 2 service stations, 5 automated cart trolls and bulk oil and fuel delivery, and a full-service crop production department to serve all of your needs, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Contact the Scott Co-op and visit with our knowledgeable staff about how we can help in your farming operation.
When you want plain talk with exceptional results, count on Norder Supply to serve you. With over 40 years of experience in the crop protection business, the dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting you in achieving maximum net return per acre by delivering unparalleled agronomic advice and best in customer service.
BBN is brought to you by Lawrence & Associates Realty Incorporated, Good Anesthesia, Elevate You, Lone Tree Farms, Fairleigh Feed Yard, American Implement, Great Western Tire and Deck Mart, Scott Community Foundation.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Chaplin Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
Halftime, the Beavers leading 36-30. We'll take a look at some other first half stats here for you. All right, As for Tonganoxie unofficially, they shot the ball 12 of 31 in the first half. They got hot in that second quarter. 12 of 31, 39% after being 3 of 17. So they were 9 of 14 in that second quarter. So they shot 39% in that first half. 5 of 13 on threes, 7 of 19 on twos, and 1 of 2 from the foul line. They did not attempt a free throw in that second period. For Scott City, they were 13 of 24 in that first half unofficially for 54%. 5 of 11 on threes, 8 of 13 on twos, and 5 of 6 from the foul line. Both teams a little foul trouble here in the first half. Luke Brewer, Nolan McGuire, and Owen Seba each with 2 fouls for Tonganoxie. For Scott City, Brody Steckline, he was the only one in foul trouble for the Beavers. So if the winner of this game will play either Lawrence Free State or Garden City, well, either one of these teams will play Lawrence Free State or Garden City tomorrow. The winner of this game will be playing at 8 o'clock. And loser will play at 5 o'clock. Well, I guess we're on the Jumbotron at Garden City there. I think we can thank Matt Byer for that. Luckily, not eating a hot dog or anything. But anyways, I got a picture of that from a buddy of mine that's doing the Garden City game. So once again tomorrow, if Scott City boys win, they'll play at 8 o'clock. Garden City, by the way, trailing Lawrence Free State on the boys' side at halftime. They've come back in that game. It's 21-16 as they're about ready to begin the third quarter. Hugoton and Coronado's boys are currently underway. We'll try to sneak in some scores if we can find them here. Also, Lakin and Ottawa boys are playing tonight as well. The girls' finals in this Round Ball Classic of Day 1, it was Garden City 60-42 over Lawrence Free State. Tonganoxie over Scott City 56-45. Ottawa over Lakin 62-40, and Hugoton over Coronado by the count of 69-14. Right now they're in, it's like the third quarter is 29-15 for Ottawa leading Lakin boys. We'll try to find Hugoton real quickly here. I think they're probably in the third quarter as well. Come on. All right. Starting the second half here for Scott City, it'll be Drew Metzger, Avery Radke, Brody Steckline, Cooper Irvin, Junior Mesa, Luke Brewer, Kipton Harder, Nolan McGuire, Lachlan McRae, and Owen Seba for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Scott City's ball. Irvin, a little pick and roll here for Steckline. He'll try a left side three. Too strong, but rebound out high to Radke. Pulls down his second board. That's a good look for Steckline out high. The Beavers well reset. Fresh 35 on the board here. 7:40 to go, third period. Now left elbow Steckline. Can't get that one to go. That was a good look. Just crawled off, and here's Lachlan McRae racing the other way. Nice dish, layup. Too strong that time. Threw some contact for Brewer, but swatted out of there. Third time not the charm. As well, and the rebound saved by Avery Radke for Scott City, and a whistle and a foul. And maybe a little frustration there by Seba. It's like Hugoton is leading Coronado in the third quarter 53-40. And we're going to have a long discussion here about this with 7:20 to go in the third period. So we have two officials talking about the situation, one official talking to a Scott City player. Oh, we're going to get a technical foul on Coronado. They're going to get that on Luke Brewer. That is his third foul for the 6'6 senior. He's probably a little frustrated. He has not scored here tonight. A 7:20 to go third quarter, and probably frustration missing the shot as well. Lachlan McRae talking to the official, asking the situation there. So Junior Mesa heads to the line. He has 12 tonight for Scott City. He'll shoot the technical free throw, splashes home the first, 37-30, 7:20 to go third period. As Brewer will exit. It also counts as a personal foul. And in will be for the Chieftains, Jack Reichman, the sophomore. This is still a pretty young team. Second free throw also good. And it's 38-30. So Mason now shares the team high with Radke with 14 points, and it'll be Scott City's ball. So new 35 on the shot clock. Just like Scott City, Tonganoxie, just 3 seniors on the lineup. Here's a pull-up jumper in the paint, and Mesa was 16. It's 40-30, 7:10 to go third quarter, and a 4-point trip for the Beavers with a technical foul and then the layup. Entry feed to the right side here. Wrap around by Seba, too wide, and that's going to be turnover number 10 on the Tonganoxie Chieftains. .6:59 here in the third period. Scott City with a 10-point lead. They're on a 13-0 run over the last 3 minutes of this ball game. Up top it goes to Brody Steckline. Entry feed in to Avery Radke. Can't get his turnaround jumper to go, and rebound. We're going to get a tie-up. It'll be Tonganoxie basketball on the possession arrow here with 6:46 left in the third. Scott City has really been hustling for the basketball here, fighting for every loose ball and tie-up here tonight. Thing that I think a big key for them in this second half, they need to keep up with the consistency here. They got out of the gates in the first quarter, and then Tonganoxie came back with a tear in the second quarter. 6:35 here in this third frame. 4-0 run for Scott City in the second half. They lead at 40-30. Spin move, losing the dribble was McCray, and Scott City with the steal. In transition, somehow gets to Mesa, foot behind Metzger. He'll drive in. Now double teamed up top. Cooper Urban pump fakes on the three twice. Now we'll drive in, spin move in the paint, and a whistle. Boy, they're going to get him. Okay, correction. That's going to be on Reichsman. That's his first. Team's second of the period. And Coach K.C. Simmons for Tonganoxie wants to settle the Chieftains down and call a 30-second timeout here with 6:16 to go here in the third stanza. Basketball tonight presented here by Fairley Companies, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, Elevate U, LLC, Decal Bear, Clint's Diesel Repair, Circle C Farm Shells Flowers, the More Burning Farms Beef Belt, Beavertown FFL, Beaver Creek Feeders, Bartlett Green Company, B&H Paving, and American Implement. All right. So it'll be Beaver basketball out of the Tonganoxie timeout. They're now down to 2 timeouts. They're both full. Scott City has 4 timeouts left, a full and 3:30, or 3 fulls and a 30, excuse me. So 6:16 in this third. A lot of activity already in the first minute 44. This second half inbound into Junior Mesa. Mesa with it, surveys, back up top to Cooper Irvin, almost lost it in the backcourt. Now we'll put on the, it's going to be a double dribble on the 11th turnover, yep. And the official was right all over it, and that was the right call. 6:08 here in this third, yeah. 40-30 your score. Scott City, the last 13 points of this ball game. Bounce pass up top here to Nolan McGuire. He had the hot hand in the second quarter with 9 of his 11 points in that period. After Tonganoxie, maybe getting away with a walk with Seba, and a foul and 2 free throws coming up for Tonganoxie here. First team foul of the period on Scott City with 5:52 to go third quarter. That'll be the first on Avery Radke. And Owen Seba to the line where he's 1 out of 2 tonight. He's been the only one at the foul line for Tonganoxie. Seba, the 6'4 junior at the charity line. Gossman to check in next, or after this free throw, and he knocks it down. He has 4. 40-31, 5:52 to go third quarter. That's the first points for Tonganoxie in nearly 5 minutes. It ends a 13-0 Scott City run as Steckline exits, Gossman re-enters. Meanwhile, Garden City trying to make things interesting with Free State. It's a 5-point game near the midway mark of the third quarter. A low-scoring affair, 25-20. Second free throw too strong. Tipped out, And Tonganoxie with another crack at it. Seba, left wing here is harder for three. Too strong. Rebound tipped out high, and another tip out for the Chieftains, and they'll have another crack at it. With 5:40 to go, and this third time is the charm of the three for McGuire. He has 14, 40-34. It's a 4-point trip there. 5.5 to go third quarter. They break their 5-minute field goal drought. So they had a couple looks, and now Metzger tips it, and back-to-back Scott City turnovers as he loses it here. Tonganoxie quick with their hands and driving in and losing it going up, and that's going to be a charge. Much to the displeasure of the Tonganoxie side. McCray lost the ball as he was getting ready to go. It looked like it was jarred by one of the Beaver defenders. McCray picks up his first foul. Team foul number 3 in the third quarter on Tonganoxie. It's also their 12th turnover. And Coach Casey Simmons, beside himself, gets the explanation from Eric Dysinger. And they'll apply a little full court pressure off the inbounds. 40-34. Scott City trying to break the mini run. Both teams have 4 points here in this period. 5:11 to go third period. Up top with it is Junior Mesa. Mesa dribbles around here out high, guarded by McGuire. Now goes over left to Cooper Irvin. Into Mickey Gossman. Backs his way in, and he's going to be called for the travel. And Scott City with 3 consecutive turnovers with 4:58 to go here in the third. The turnovers starting to catch up with Scott City a little bit. They had only 9 against Hoisington. Tonganoxie with the last 4 points of the ball game with a chance to get closer, and they will with a 3 on the left wing for Lachlan McRae. He has 11, and it's 40-37 with 4:40 to go third quarter. They have scored 7 points in the last minute. Backdoor cut and an easy layup for Metzger. Assist that time. Cooper Irvin Metzger with 4, 42-37. 4.5 to go third quarter. Nice answer by Scott City, and a catch and shoot straightaway triple rims off, and Metzger grabs the board. Just his 4th rebound tonight. They're coming off a career high 8, but good rebound. Scott City up by 5. Middle of the third quarter, driving in. Mesa gets it stripped. And they're going to say last touch by Tonganoxie with 4:14 in the third stanzas. They'll sub back in Bodie Maslick, a 5'7 sophomore. He'll replace Nolan McGuire. 25 to shoot for the Beavers. 4:14 here in the third quarter clock. 42-37 your score. Up top, here's Irvin looking to hesitate to drive in, backing his way in. Pivots, kicks it right side to Racky. Had to reel it in. Now he'll pull up. Now Gossman backs his way in, spin move, goes to his right and takes it strung to the rack for his 4th point. 44-37. 3:55 to go third quarter. And a nice move that time by Gossman off the bench. He has 4 once again. Coming off a 7-point performance last Friday. 3:40 to go third period. 7-point Scott City lead. Tonganoxie with the ball, 44-37. And then lost that time by McRae. Scott City forces Tonganoxie into their 13th turnover, and the Beavers will have it back as the ball got deflected out of bounds with 3:38 in the third quarter as Ethan Froh returns to the Scott City lineup to replace Drew Metzger. 44-37 your score. 3:38 to go here in the third. Irvin to inbound it in. A little pressure in the backcourt. Mesa will get it. A little token pressure just to kind of slow things down a little bit by the Chieftains. And now to Mickey Gossman. He gets bumped that time. That's going to be Owen Seba trying to go for the steal. That's his 3rd. Team's 4th of the period already. Just 1 called on Scott City with 3:28 to go third quarter. So some foul trouble for Tonganoxie. Owen Seba and Luke Brewer each with 3 fouls. As I mentioned, Brewer, he'll return back to the lineup for Seba as they play with some foul trouble. Inbound into Junior Mesa. Now to Mickey Gossman, holds it up top. Here's Radke, swings it over left side to Irvin. Nice cut to the bucket by Gossman. Backing his way in, kicks it left wing to Mesa. 20 to shoot, trying for a screen, pick and roll there. And now entry feed back in, it goes to Gossman. Faces up against the 6'6 Brewer, backs his way. Nice up and under move, lays it up. Oh, he can't get it to go. Irvin fighting for the rebound and almost knocked it off the Chieftain, but they get the board and they're back the other way. Good effort by Gossman. Just did everything right but finish it. Now Lachlan McRae guarded closely by Mesa. And now here's Luke McRae with it. As we're at the 2:50 mark of the third period, driving in, knifing his way and missing the layup at the rebound and follow-up for Luke Brewery. He's got his first 2, and it's 44-39. 2:44 to go third quarter. He has 2 points and 3 rebounds unofficially, does the 6'6 senior. Up top, Irvin with 2.5 to go third period. Lobs it into Gossman and loses it. Scott City with their 14th turnover. Lead pass down the floor. Chieftains back the other way. 3-on-2 numbers. Turnaround flip shot short that time. Put up by McCray. Lachlan McCray, that is, and the rebound to Avery Radke. Mesa from way downtown, a little short, long rebound. Tipped in the air, and it's going to be fought for. Mesa will get it in the backcourt for Scott City. So he tried to launch one from the scores table. Final 2 minutes of this third quarter. 44-39, Beaver lead of 5 with the basketball. Mesa around his screen for a triple, crawls off. Gossman had the rebound, still loose, and it's into the hands of Luke McCray. So a couple good looks for Scott City, but Tonganoxie able to fend them off here with 1:45 to go third period. Luke McCray hands it off to Lachlan. And Lachlan flips it over to Brewer, trying to pick and roll here, turning down the three. Now stepping back was Reichman. 1:35 to go third period. Here's a deep three. No. Rebound, Mickey Gossman. Good box out and for his 5th board of the night. Down to minute 20 here in this third period. Gossman with it, flips it over to Ethan Farrow. Around his screen, looking to drive in. Jump stops back to Avery Radke. Kind of reels that in one-handed. 18 to shoot into Mickey Gossman, backing his way on Brewer. Goes around him and scores it. He has 6. 46-39, 1:06 to go third period. The Beavers back up by 7. Tonganoxie back with the basketball, up top with it. It's Reichman, and now backing his way in is Brewer. On Gossman, goes to his right this time. Pump fakes, throws up a wild shot. Good defense by Gossman, backside board, Junior Mesa. Scott City with a 7-point lead in the ball late third quarter. In the paint, crawling in for Mesa. Nice soft bounce. He has 18, 48-39, 40 seconds to go third quarter. Tonganoxie about 8 seconds between game clock and shot clock for them. 9-point Beaver lead. Bullet pass underneath. The layup is good. Bodie Maslick with the basket, assist that time from Lachlan McCray, who fired a heater in there. 48-41, 28 seconds to go third period. Now Cooper Irvin through traffic, can't get it to go. Rebound fought for. Irvin wrestles it away, puts it up high off the glass, can't get it to go, and rebound. Mesa gets it with 13 seconds. Back up top it'll go. And driving in, here's a three for Farrow. No, rebound tipped around and into the hands of Brewer. With 2 seconds, 1 second, McCray slides, but that's going to be the end of your third quarter. 48-41, Scott City lead is at 7 as we go to the fourth quarter of play. It's been a physical one here tonight. Back in a minute for the fourth quarter. This is Beaver basketball.
Built and owned by Cattlemen. BBN is brought to you by Ag Management Services, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, First National Bank, HRC Feed Yards, JNR, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, Red Barn Enterprises.
Invite you to come get fit in their fitness center, no matter what your focus is. The Scott Recreation Commission features a wide variety of fitness activities, including free weights and cardio, with an affordable membership. You're able to access all of the fitness area. We're also doing fitness lessons. Find out your workout opportunities at the Scott Recreation Commission Fitness Center, 912 Jefferson Street in Scott City. You can also sign up online at scottrec.org.
12-11 run in that third quarter by Scott City here as they lead it now 48-41 as we head to the fourth quarter. Back here inside the Scott Community Event Center, Adam Kadavy with you. Thursday night winner to play at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Those are to play at 4 or make that 5 o'clock. Cooper Irvin off the screen. Here's Mesa, leads Scott City with 18. Jump stop in the paint. Hank shoots and scores it. He has another 20-point night. Back-to-back 20-point games for him, and Scott City with a 9-point lead early fourth quarter at 50-41. They get the first points here of this fourth period. Now it's driving in a spin. That's going to be a travel as kind of the old pull the chair underneath of the defender that time. Owen Nasiba commits the travel. That's the 14th turnovers out as Mesa. Ethan Farrow in for Scott City. Mason leading Scott City with 20 points. Nolan McGuire leads the Tonganoxie Chieftains with 14. He's hit a couple of triples here tonight. Fourth quarter here, Scott City up by 9. With it is Avery Radke now to Cooper Irvin. Off a screen, here's Farrow. Turns down the 3, drives in, jump stop. Needs help, finds Cooper Irvin. He'll launch a deep 3. The rainbow shot is short, rebound, and that's going to be a pushing foul on Ethan Farrow. That'll be his first. Scott City's first team foul of the fourth quarter here with 7:16 to go. Beavers have cooled off a little bit from 3 here as this game has worn on. But Coach Gentry also alluded in the pregame that he wants to see his team maybe shoots 33s and three-pointers tonight and on average during the year. Here's a 3 on cue, and that is short for Seba. Tipped around, and won by Brody Steckline. He grabs his first board of the night. That's put up in the right corner there. 6:55 to go. Scott City's lead is at 9. They've not trailed in this second half. Steckline with it. He'll try a guarded 3, short. Rebound. Metzger tips it and into the hands of Cooper Irvin, and a whistle and a timeout for Coach Brian Gentry. He wants to talk things over here. 6:45 to go. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Beavers up by 9. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Security State Bank is proud to walk alongside our neighbors and fellow local businesses to help them build a better future. It's how we measure success. That's why we craft our banking products and services to work for you and fit your unique needs. Visit our website at ssbscott.com or in person at any of our locations in Scott City.
Communications, where connection counts, being local makes a difference, and community comes first.
.645 to go here. It is a 50-41 Scott City lead, and their ball out of the timeout with 31 to shoot. They'll lob it into Avery Radke, now up top to Brody Steckline. Looks for a cutter, finds Cooper Irvin. Pump fakes on the 3, and they're going to get a moving screen on that. On the Steckline, that's his 3rd. Team's 2nd of the quarter. And Scott City commits turnover number 15 unofficially. First, the only Beaver really in foul trouble tonight. 6:39 to go. Right now, it's a 28-point lead for Otto over Lake, and a steal for Cooper Irvin. On the 15th turnover, his layup is good. He's on the board, and it's 52-41 with 6:25 to go. Irvin off the steal and the finish on the right side. Here's Tonganoxie back the other way, hanging, shooting, missing. Tipped up and in that time by Kipton Harder, his 7th point off the miss by McGuire. And it's 52-43 with 6:10 to go. Tonganoxie back to within 9. Our left side, here's Ethan Froh looking to penetrate. Here's Metzger now out high. Dribbles behind the back, drives in, pump fakes in the paint. Bank shot too strong that time, and the rebound to Luke Brewer for the Chieftains of Tonganoxie. Down by 9, 5:50 to work in this one. Up top with it now, here is Lachlan McRae on the Faweave. Driving right side, Harder. Right wing 3 is short. That was put up by McGuire, and the rebound into the hands of Scott City. With it is Radke. Trickles it out to Steckline and now to Cooper Irvin. Left corner, Metzger will launch a 3. He'll get one down. His first 3 of the year. He has a new career high with 7, 55-43, 5:25 to go. And Scott City back up by double digits. On the other end, the layup is good. That's Lachlan McRae. He has 13. Timeout Tonganoxie. It's a full 55-45, 5:17 to go. We'll come back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
America is at work, from farms to construction sites.
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation?
come see us at Elevate U. Elevate U is a hometown medical spa that offers a relaxing environment. We offer aesthetics such as Botox and are your comprehensive source for lab draws, injectable and IV therapies, weight loss consultation, and hormone treatment for men and women. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate U. Located at 105 West 11th Street in Scott City, text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateumedspa.com.
Mission to provide an unrivaled customer experience by bringing trusted technology and superior service to Kansas. This milestone belongs to you, our customers. Together, we've built something worth celebrating, and we can't wait to see what the next 20 years bring. Now, get the latest smartphones on us. Next Tech Wireless, celebrating 20 years of connecting Kansans.
5:17 to go, 55-45, Scott City on top. Tonganoxie burning one of their final 2 timeouts after that made basket by Lachlan McRae. He's been held in check here for the most part tonight by Scott City with 13 points. Hugoton leads Coronado 73-55 with about a minute to go. Ottawa up big over Lakin in the fourth quarter, about 3 minutes to go. Metzger into the front court. Free State over Garden City by 11 with about 5:40 to go in that one. Here it's a 10-point game with 5 minutes to go. Perot will drive in through contact, and he'll get 2 free throws. First team foul of the fourth quarter on Tonganoxie with exactly 5 minutes to go. Jack Reichman with the foul, his second, team's first of the fourth quarter. Perot to the line for the first time this year. And he's on the board, 56-45, exactly 5 minutes to go. Scott City, 8 of 9 at the line tonight and make it 8 of 10. Rebound ripped away by Avery Rack. He has his 7th board. Metzger up top. He'll launch a 3, bounces off, and the rebound. Oh, Fro almost had it now in the hands of Tonganoxie, but they travel with it. 16th Chieftain turnover. Junior Mesa back in. And Scott City gets it on their end of the court here with 4:51 remaining. Out is going to be Furrow. Back in Mesa, as I mentioned. 35 to shoot. Fresh shot clock. They'll get it into Mesa. Catch and shoot 3 for career high. You betcha. It's 59-45 with 4:45 to go. And a whistle and a foul off the inbounds. That'll be on Drew Metzger, his first. Team foul number 3. But Mesa now with 23 points, a new career high, eclipsing his 20 the other night. Scott City is on an 11-4 run here, first 3+ minutes of this fourth quarter. 55-41, 59-45, excuse me. 4:35 to go. Hanging, shooting, and no good, and a foul. And that'll send Nolan McGuire to the free throw line. Mickey Gossman is second. Team foul number 4 already. Is all of a sudden the foul's starting to catch up for Scott City in this fourth quarter. They had, I think, four fouls through the first 3 quarters, and they already have 4 fouls here in the fourth quarter. Nolan McGuire, the 6'2 senior, to the line. He was 0 for 1 last week at the line, and he leaves that one short. They're now 2 of 5 at the line, and it remains a 14-point game. Substitute be for the shooter here for McGuire if he hits his second free throw. Owen Seba was the only one that attempted free throws, and that one is good. 15 for McGuire to lead the Chieftains. It's 59-46, 4:35 remaining, and McGuire will take a seat, and he knew it was going to be coming in from Tonganoxie eventually. Inbound in to Metzger. And now to Junior Mesa. A little pressure in the backcourt here by Tonganoxie. Now Mesa's trapped out high, and then a reach-in foul. That'll be the second. Make the third foul on Jack Reisman. Team foul number 2 with 4:23 to go. Team foul number 2, as I mentioned. Inbound in to Junior Mesa in the backcourt. Now gets it to Drew Metzger at high. 4:18 to go. He's pressured tightly by Lachlan McRae. Now goes to Avery Rag. Oh, he double dribbled with that. Yep. That'll be turnover number 16 on Scott City. He lost the handle and then put it back on the floor. And That'll give Tonganoxie another opportunity to sub in Nolan McGuire for Jack Reichsman. Lakin game just went final moments ago. I get that for you, as did Hugoton. They win 76-62 over Coronado. 64-35 Ottawa over Lakin's boys, so that bottom half all set. Top half still going here. 4 minutes to go in this one. Driving in here is Maslick, loses it in a turnover. Here's Cooper Irvin. He's going to push this one coast to coast, kicks it to Mesa, left corner, pump fakes on the three. He'll penetrate, pulls up at the mid post left, and can't get that one to drop in. That's going to be last touch by the Chieftains. It'll be Scott City's basketball. By the way, Lawrence Free State has opened up a 17-point lead on Garden City with 3:15 to go. Up top, and it goes to Mickey Gossman backing his way and pivots to his right. Bank shot, no. Rebound, Metzger follow, no. And the rebound goes to the Chieftains with 3:35 to go. Couple good looks for the Beavers, just could not get that one to drop. Here's a three, left side, it's good. Rattling home from McCrae, he has 16. 59-49, they're back to within 10 with 3:25 to go. And that's one kid you don't want to afford to get hot here down the stretch if you're Scott City. Scott City's done a good job rebounding here tonight. Now goes in underneath. Here's Drew Metzger, puts it up and scores it behind the defense. He has 9, a new career high, 61-49 with 3 minutes to go. Good answer back by Scott City. Here's McGuire turning down the three. His finger roll layup on the left side is good. He has 17, 61-51 with 2:54 to go. Tonganoxie applying some pressure in the backcourt. Here's Cooper Irvin to bring it across, and they're going to get a foul. That'll be on Kipton Harder, his second. Third team foul on Tonganoxie here in the fourth quarter. With 2:47 to go. And the Chieftains will bring back in Jack Reitzman back into the lineup. He'll replace Owen Seba. Also back in is Brody Steckline. He is going to replace Mickey Gossman. 2:45 to go. Mesa with it out high left. He'll go around, get almost stripped away. Now flips it to Irvin. He'll kick it back out to Radke. Turns down the three, looking to drive in. Takes his turn on the rack. High off the glass, too strong. Oh, the rebound into the hands of Bodie Matt. Slick for Tonganoxie. Beavers did everything right but finished. Driving in, here's McGuire. Driving in on Steckline, gets it stripped and stolen away. Turnover number 18 on Tonganoxie. 2:18 to go. Beavers up by 10. Need to be a little bit more patient with the ball, but Radke will launch a three and bury it. Don't listen to the announcer. He has 17. 64-51 with 2:05 to go. Almost a steal. And now answer back three is good as well. McGuire hits another one. He has 20. Timeout Tonganoxie, their last one with 1:58 to go. And it's going to be a full. Let's take a 1 minute break. Beavers up by 10. This is Scott City basketball. One minute break.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
872-5336.
Scott City's ball out of the timeout, and it's steal off the inbounds by Tonganoxie, and they get a shot no that time, but they get the rebound, the follow, and 2 free throws coming up. With 1:51 to go, and Tonganoxie not giving up, but Scott City commits turnover number 17. That's the first foul on Junior Mesa. Team foul number 5 on Scott City. Good hustle by Lachlan McCray. Couldn't get it to go, but Bodie Masick on the backside got the rebound, and he's got 2 free throws. And Tonganoxie makes this a 9-point game without any time running off, 64-55. 1:51 to go, and if you're Scott City, you got 3 timeouts. You need to be secure with the basketball here. Second charity toss, and it is bouncing in, 64-56. Owen Seba returns to the Chieftain lineup. Maslick with 4 points, all coming in this second half, and it's back to an 8-point game. And Scott City can run the baseline off the inbounds. They get it into Drew Metzger. Metzger with it, 1:48 to go, and now goes to Cooper Irvin. They got to get it across in 5 seconds. And they just do, time to spare, but it gets fouled, bailed out. McGray fouls for the second time, and that's Tonganoxie's third, I believe, or nope, 4th team foul of this 4th quarter. That's her final foul to give with 1:40 to go. That happened in the nick of time. Cooper Irvin just barely got it across the timeline to avoid the 10 count. That was about 9.9 seconds as Irvin to inbound it. Will go so in the backcourt to Junior Mesa. Does McGuire foul? Nope, Mesa with it. Oh, Metzger has it, loses it in a turnover. Scott City's got to be a little careless or better with the basketball. It's loose at half court, and now Scott City gets the steal and the timeout. On the 19th Tonganoxie turnover. Wasn't pretty basketball by all means with 1:28 to go. So Scott City burns the 32nd timeout. Coach Brian Gentry secures the possession. So Scott City will likely, if they hang on here, will play Lawrence Free State at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So we got bookend an afternoon and a nighttime game on Friday. The girls are falling to Tonganoxie by 11 tonight. 56-45 is that final. Here it's 64-56 Scott City. 1:28 to go. Both teams trying to get their first win of the year. They get it into Radke. Oh, he loses it, but picks it back up. If you're Scott City, you don't need to go for the shot right away. Burn some time off. The clock is your ally. Metzger, Mesa in the corner, ball fake, drives the right baseline, loses it out of, they'll say poked out by Tonganoxie with 24 to shoot. 1:18 to go. 24 to shoot for Scott City, up by 8. Mesa to lob it in. We'll get it into Radke. When does Tonganoxie think about fouling? They get it to Radke, now to Mesa with 18 to shoot. Now dishes it off the net into Metzger. He'll drive in. He'll lay it up and score it. Great possession for Scott City. He has 11 in the game, 66-56, 1 minute to go. It's Lachlan McCray, and he loses it out of bounds. Good defense by Cooper Irvin on the 20th Chieftain turnover. Or 55 seconds to go. Metzger harassed to the backcourt. Needs to push it across, and he draws a foul. And that'll be on Lachlan McRae, his 3rd foul with 51 seconds to go. And that'll send Scott City to the line for 2 charity tosses. So Metzger, who has 9 of his 11 points in this second half, trying to add on to a career high here. Junior Mesa leading the way tonight with 23 points. That's a career high for him. Beavers trying to ice this game at the line. And that one will be good. We got 6-7 on the board. 67-56, 51 seconds to go. Second free throw, too strong. It stays at 6-7, and Metzger with another offensive board for the Beavers. 45 seconds to go and a foul out high, and that'll be the 3rd on Harder. That'll send Avery Radke to the line with 44.5 seconds to go. Oh, 44.5 seconds to go. Radke's trying to end this 6-7 moment for the last with his free throw make here possibly. He has 17 tonight. and make it 18. 68-56, 44.5 seconds to go. He has 18, and it's going to be Castor in. It's great to see him back out there. He'll replace Drew Metzger, coming off a career high tonight. Scott City's going to be playing at the Garden at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, looks like. Second free throw for Radke. Yeah, that sneaks in. 69-56, a 5-0 Beaver run. Nice performance by the Beavers tonight. 40 seconds to go. Lachlan McCray, he'll launch a deep three and be too strong. Rebound loose, and that's going to be a pushing foul on Irvin. Fighting for the rebound. That'll be his second, I believe. And that'll be 2 free throws. Nope, just his first. 2 free throws coming up here for Jack Reichsman. He's a sophomore. His first trip to the line tonight. 33.8. Chasten Berry to check in after this free throw attempt. Scott City up by a baker's dozen here. Too strong. And Brendan Cook will check back in. Berry making a season debut. And so everybody that suited up tonight checked in. And Mesa and Steckline exits. 33.8 remaining. Felker's going to, he almost ran out on the court there. He's got to go to the scorer's table here first. Free throw number 2. It's going to take a nap on the back iron. It's going to go to the possession arrow, and it'll be Tonganoxie basketball. You know, that's worth a few points there. If you can deaden it on the back iron like that. So he missed them both, but Tonganoxie will get the ball. Radke will exit as Reed Felker in. And also in is Aiden Tarango. So the varsity's done with a 13-point lead with 33.8 to go. Inbound in, out high. Here's Nolan McGuire driving in. He'll reverse his layup, misses it. Rebound cleared out by Felker into the hands of Chasten Berry. He loses it, and Scott City loses it for the 19th time. 3 on the way, McCray, good. He's pretty darn good. 69-59, 16 seconds to go. 12 seconds to go, and we're going to get blocking foul at high on Nolan McGuire. That'll be his third. 11.9 to go, and 2 free throws coming up for the Beavers. I believe we have one chance. And Tarango to the foul line for 2 free throws. Looking for his first points of this varsity season in the second game. The young 5'7" sophomore. Put him in the scorebook, and he's got the 70th Beaver point. 70-59, 11.9 to go. Good win tonight for Scott City. This is a pretty tough Tonganoxie team. And make it 71-59. Beavers also shooting the free throws better. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. McCray with it up top. Here's a 3 launched by Seba. He's fouled, and the old Cardinal sin. You don't foul the 3-point shooter. Tarango fouls. 3.9 to go. And so Seba will head to the line. He has 4 points tonight. 2 of 4 at the line. 71-59, 3.9 to go. Tonganoxie will fall to 0-2, and the Beavers will take on the Firebirds of Lawrence Free State. A couple years ago, they were coached by Sharon Collins. Not anymore. Free throw number 1 is good. 71-60. Two of 3 coming up here. So Seba, who's been a 50% shooter tonight at the line. Well, there he is. He's held true to form now, 3 of 6. He'll try to make, he's due to make this one. He's made the first free throw attempt of every trip to the line. Missed the second. But he's never been there 3 times in a row like this. So the jury's out. Third free throw is good. 71-61, 3.9 to go. Inbound into Berry. He'll just hold this one and throw it to Wren, and that's all she wrote. A 71-61 Beaver victory tonight over City. Tonganoxie drops to 0-2. They'll take on Garden City at 5 o'clock.
Customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
There are places where people truly value relationships, where distance is measured in years, and all roads lead to families on one mission, to provide for their loved ones, the community, and the world. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Berta Benz and Sales Associates Sam Giesek and Joni Stegman today.